Welcome to Rowdy Man Media, baby. We're back with another one. Let's get it. What up, Mac and T man? Welcome into the channel. Welcome to everybody that's tuned in to the channel. I know you guys probably on your lunch break or at work, just listening in, tuning in. But just let me know where you're from, where you're at. We finna get some things on and popping today. So today's episode, we are getting into Arizona State. We are getting into Arizona State today, talking about what they have, what to expect, what to look for in Arizona State. So, be ready, lock in, let's go. We talk about Arizona State today, what we can expect out of them, going up against the Buffs this weekend. If you're trying to send a super chat today, you will not be able to send a super chat. YouTube got me on pause right now, so you can't send me any super chats or anything like that. So you can send me via Cash App. I will get everything from that. So right now, YouTube got me on pause right now, so I can't take in any super chats or anything like that. So if you want a question that you want to get answered and you want me to answer it right away, you can always hit the Cash App to support the channel. YouTube, man, just get me right, man. Lord, just help YouTube get me right, man. I know they got me on pause, but Lord, allow them to get me over here and bless me, Lord. So, with that being said, YouTube got me on pause right now. What that means is I don't get paid for any videos or any live streams that I do, whatsoever. So all this that y'all getting is all free, man, and we just in here having a good time. So just want to let y'all know, if y'all are wondering why you can't send a super chat or anything like that, the only reason why you can't is because YouTube has me on pause right now. I did reach out to the customer service today, see what's going on, so we can get that fixed, but. If you're trying to send a super chat or anything like that, you won't be able to. YouTube got me paused. So, hey, y'all continue to get the free content. Hey, but the show don't stop, man. We keep grinding every single day. So we here. Man, blessings to y'all, man. Hey, that's Studio One. You understand, man. Understand what I'm going through, the frustrations, man. Like, they are tripping, man. They took everything They took everything away from me. They took all away from me. So yeah, I reached out to customer service, man. I don't know what's going on, man. They're tripping with me. I reached out to customer service, so they took away my super chats. They took away my memberships and everything. So hey, we finna get this work in. We ain't finna stop, man. We finna keep grinding. And when they get back approved, hey, they paid on the back end. But hey, let's get this work. But let me shout out to everybody that's in here, man. What up, Matt? What up, Peter? Hey, Miss Andrea. What up, Darnell? What up, G? What up, Ed? Hey, Miss Pleasantly Plump. NLB, what's happening? Technically T, what's happening? Studio One, what's happening? Miss E. Willa, hey, Miss E. Willa. Miss Jennifer. Yes, the cash app is at the bottom. It's $ Rob the Man 10. What up, Jonas? What up, Randall? What up, Coach Dre? Talk to me, man. You live and direct, baby. Talk to me. What's going on?
Man, we just chilling, man. We just chilling. I got much time before we got practice. So, just been watching the film, trying to get ourselves prepared for this week.
Okay. All right. Anything new in the state of Florida, man? Anything going on?
Not really. Like I told you, the biggest thing is the NIL stuff, and they also talk about probably trying to do reclassifications up here. So that's the big thing. They trying to make it competitive to where they trying to get to what kids don't want to transfer like they've been doing, because that's been being down here. Like, you got kids playing for 4 different schools in 4 years, or playing for one school for 2 years, or going somewhere else. So they trying to make it competitive. Besides that, recruiting starting to heat up down here. It's October, so for the seniors, it's getting down to crunch time and time to make some big decisions. Coaches making in-home visits and stuff like that. So, it's It's the meat of the college football season, so it's a lot of that going on right now. Probably everywhere, but definitely in Florida.
Yeah. Hey Mac, it wasn't the language. It wasn't the language on the channel at all whatsoever. Um, they um they copyrighted when I was doing they copyrighted me for for the videos when I was doing film studies on Tuesdays, but I ain't really tripping about that. They had me send my ID in, so they again because I rejected my ID. So once they get my ID back, we'll be good. We'll be straight. But as of right now, they took everything away from me until they re-verify my ID. So we'll see. But we're gonna get into ASU right now, what we can expect, what they got, what they don't got. When you look at ASU right now, their top two quarterbacks are out. They're on the third string quarterback. They got two receivers out. The third string wide receiver, fourth string wide receiver are both out. Offensive line, the left tackle, the left guard, and the right tackle is out. The running backs, second and third string running backs are out. They got two starting DBs out. The two safeties are starting, but the two corners are out. They got a defensive lineman that's out. They started middle linebacker is out. So that's just to start. ASU is pretty depleted. When it comes to injuries, they're getting hit on both sides. Um, and so when you look at this game, it's going to be interesting, right? And we got to stay focused on Colorado has to stay focused on their end, right? Just because, ASU has a lot of injuries, on both sides of the ball from the offense and the defensive side, and they're down to like their fourth and fifth strings at certain positions. You got to stay locked in. You got to stay ready to go. When you look at, where they rank offensive wise, they're ranked 238th in scoring. So they're pretty last in every area when it comes to the offensive side, as far as passing, as far as running, things like that. Now they will try to run the ball. They're gonna try to run the ball a lot, but they're not good on third down. So only ranked 32% on third down. So man, make sure we get third downs, we close them out, right? Third string quarterback. Yes, they want to make sure I'm not a robot. That is facts. That is facts, man. YouTube, man, just do me right, man. I am not a robot. I am a human person. I am human. But YouTube is tripping with me right now. Um, so they trying to make sure I am a real person and I'm not a fake person. So if you try to send a super chat or you're trying to sign up for a membership, at this moment it is on pause. YouTube paused everything, so I'm not getting paid for nothing. I'm giving y'all all free content. So everything that I do has been free to this day. I haven't got paid not 1 cent from YouTube. So if you send a super chat or anything like that, man, blessings to you, man. Appreciate everything that you guys done for me, but I ain't got paid a cent off of it because YouTube is trying to make sure I'm not a robot. Hey, you could have said it no more better than that, Studio One. But getting back into Arizona State, right? The key players to look out for on offense. Number two, he's the starting wide receiver, Badger. He's their best overall wide receiver. Number four, if you don't know who number four is on ASU, you're going to get to know who number four is. Number four is a do it all for everything. He'll be back there playing quarterback. He'll be back there playing running back. He'll be back playing wide receiver. He plays pretty much every position for Arizona State on the offensive side of the ball. So you stop number four, you will have an opportunity to do something great. This is a game for Colorado to really put all three phases of the game together. Being, the way ASU is set up and, them on the third and fourth strings at a lot of positions, they will definitely be able to do some things.
Hey, Rob, can I answer technically, T? Pull up his
Yeah, go ahead.
question, the question he just put up. Does anyone feel when Hunter comes back he needs to stay away from? No, Hunter is their best receiver when he's healthy. He wouldn't. No, you need Hunter. You agree, Coach Jerry?
Fact. I mean, I mean, I just don't think you have to run him as much if with the way
He's not
Miller
gonna.
has. If Miller can keep playing the way he playing, you might not have to run him as much, but you do have to put him out there because
He's a decoy.
he's a threat, and you know you got to cover him. You know you got to play him. So yeah, we got to play him on both sides of the ball, and Prime not gonna shortchange him. So he gonna play both sides of the ball as long as he in Colorado.
Uh-huh.
I would say this, right? If he wasn't going to play wide receiver, Travis Hunter will be back this weekend. But because they want him to play both sides of the ball, that's the real reason why you're not going to see him back until a couple weeks from now. Yes, you're right. You can't risk, him getting hurt again, but it's football. Injury's going to happen. But I think, they're going to try to protect him at all costs, and that's why they won't bring him back until after the bye week. So I just say that about Travis Hunter.
It's smart to keep him out until the bye week because he can heal up this week, heal up next week. Because this week is going to be a short week. When they play Saturday, they come back and play at home on Friday. So to keep him out an extra 3 weeks after the bye week, he will be fully healed, and then he'll be ready to go for that stretch run.
With this contract that Deion's supposed to get, a lifetime contract, does that mean he's getting that till he dies, or is it basically a cap out? So
Lifetimes are usually like 10 years, though, Rob.
I hate them using a word terminology of a lifetime contract, and here's why. It ain't really a lifetime contract.
It's 10
Like,
years.
nah, they can make it to whatever. They can make it 20, and they can adjust money around, things like that. Basically, what a lifetime contract does is it just gives flexibility on the university to move money around. That's how I look at it. Because if a coach want to leave, they gonna leave. That's just the bottom line. That's what's gonna happen. You don't really see a lot of coaches get a lifetime contract. The I would say like you have to go to like college basketball, right? You have your Bill Self and John Calipari. Those are two people that got a lifetime contract. If they want to leave tomorrow, they can leave and still get paid their money. So, lifetime contract really don't mean nothing. All it does is make sure that you're in the realm of staying, above a trend. You're staying up there at the top with everybody. That's really what it is. What up, Ron?
Hey,
Ron,
Rob, pull up Studio One's question he just put up.
give me 1 second. I haven't got to this question, but give me 1 second. I can get to it. Doom, 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 doom.
He was talking about lightening the load for Travis on offense and to focus fully on defense. All right, I'm gonna start, and then you, Coach Dre, go after me. Then you, Rob. Me personally, Travis is a threat on offense and defense. You're gonna need him because then they won't double team Weaver, and you get to do more with your offense when Travis is out there with Amarion, or if they put Dawson out there or Gaines or whatever, and you open up the running game. So, and as far as defense, he's a dog, bro. The man can run sideline to sideline for 60 minutes. Coach Dre?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he's just football. He's a football player, and Travis not gonna want to do that. Travis gonna want to be able to help on both sides. The friendship he has with Shador, if he want to be out there with his homeboy out there, so he gonna want to be out there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Um, we just got to again. I feel better because Kamani done came along on defense. We kind of showing our teeth, and we kind of know where we at in the secondary right now. I think we know where we at in the secondary. I think we know our rotation once everybody get healthy. And we talked about that last night, and we ain't gonna harp on that again today. Um, and I think the receiving rotation is getting itself worked out as well. At the end of the day, Antonio can go to tight end and get some work. Uh, but again, we just got to get that kid some confidence because I think later on in the season we're gonna need that big body receiver down in the red zone and things of that nature. So I just think we need, like I said, we just got to be consistent, like Coach Brown say, with everybody. That's his biggest thing. He's gonna be consistent. And I think Lewis trusts Travis Hunter more than he trusts anybody in that receiver corps. So we should be good.
So to answer your question, will Javon Antonio come around? I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
Travis Antonio.
Will Javon Antonio come around? That's the question.
Is that for the floor?
Yeah, it's for the floor.
All right. I don't know, bro. It looked like he might need to find his way in because now if Marion Miller step up, I don't see the attention or time being devoted to his development because he's already grown. So the development should have already taken place, and he was supposed to step in and improve his draft stock. So now with Miller stepping up, and then it's going to be a rotation. It's next man up. So I don't see him, getting those looks. I think his looks have been taken away.
He's still gonna get burned, bro. Don't think just because Amarion did what he did. It's
No,
a game.
I'm not saying he won't get burned, bro. I'm saying, like, for instance, he's gonna get burned as the play calling. I mean, like as time permits, but those looks that was given to him, he was
It's
a
going
starter.
it's going to dwindle.
Yeah. Because think about it, the attention, everybody talking about Mario Miller. So he basically put the pressure on himself. Miller put the pressure on himself to be put in that position because now they're gonna be checking for him, the media and the people. So it's
But
prime. He gotta feed the beast.
he came in to see you a dog. I've been telling people about this boy, and people was like, "Oh, we don't know. We got to see." Him and Hopkins came in, two dogs, fresh out of high school, ready to do their thing.
I want to see Hopkins, bro. I really
Hopkins
want
is
to see
a route
man.
runner, bro. Hopkins is a route runner.
Hopkins might
People,
end up playing defense before he play offense.
but Rob, he came in. He came in as an athlete.
I'm just with us getting healthy, it might not happen, but it would have happened on Saturday. I'll say that.
And
But
then and then
I,
and then Wasim Assad. People forgetting about him.
He
he
fast.
gonna
He
red shirt.
quick. He quick.
I'm just
You
saying,
know,
he's a route
like,
runner.
Yeah.
he's nice. I would
He's
say this. Here's what I'll say about Giovanni Antonio. They're going to start utilizing Giovanni Antonio in different ways. What I mean by that is they're going to not just leave him out there on the X. They're going to start to move him around, put him in the slot, use his big body, use him different ways to give him the ball. I don't think he's finished for the year, but I do think they will do some things differently with Giovanni Antonio and have Miller out there at the same time. Just due to the fact of, with Giovanni Antonio, you got to use his body, right? Use his best attribute. Giovanni Antonio's never been a pure route runner. He's a possession receiver, but we got to use him in a different way than what we're using him in the offense for him to be successful. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Between 4 and number 87, who's faster and stronger?
Let's go.
Who's
Uh,
87? Oh,
what I would say, if you're talking about straight line speed, 4 is faster. If you're talking coming out route running and things like that, 87. Stronger, that's number 4.
Ron gotta drop his hips, dog. He run his routes straight, standing straight up.
bro. People sleeping on Javon like he's not. He's good, bro. He just got
Yeah,
to get it out.
Javon gonna be straight, man. You gotta realize he was hurt coming off an injury that he was hurt the first game of the season. So he's still getting back into the groove of things. They just got to utilize him in the offense differently and find ways to get him the ball. I
Nah,
like him
listen.
on crossing routes. I like him on slants. Use that big body. Use that big frame.
Hey Rob, you said something.
Javon,
You said something. Hold on, go, Jonas. My bad.
I said Javon from the city, bro. I've been watching Javon since he was in the 10th grade. He went to college and gained too much weight. That's what I think. He from New Orleans. Him, Bishop, and Reggie Young from New Orleans. I've been watching them dudes. Javon went to college and gained too much weight that messed him up.
I'm not gonna say he done. I just feel like they're gonna use him in different places.
Yeah.
Move him around, flex tight
Oh
end,
no, he could ball.
flex in
I
the
watched him. He
slot.
could
Yeah,
ball. God, Duke could ball, bro.
yeah.
The people
He
going
just
off of
gained.
one. People going off of one game though, Jonas, and saying, "Oh, he not it. He washed." Like, no, he's good, bro.
Bro, he went D2 because of his grades, not because he couldn't play.
What's the plan? What's the plan for 3?
Three. Who's three? What three? Are
Cooper.
they talking about Dylan or Cooper?
Cooper.
Why they trying
Cooper
to get
not
rid
getting
of
off.
Cooper, bro?
Cooper not getting off that field. I hope y'all know that.
Why they trying to get rid of Cooper?
I don't. People call Cooper a bum because he gave up a touchdown. Like, yo, every DB gets beat.
Nah,
I
that's
don't
my
want.
guy.
You say what out of mind,
That's my guy. I'm supporting Cooper. That's my.
bro?
I'm gonna stick with him, man. He a vet.
Yo, every DB don't matter if it's the pros or college. They get beat, bro. You're not gonna cover your man all game, bro. It's impossible. It's
And
only one
he got
person
his.
that can do that, and that's their head coach.
But yeah,
Yeah.
what happened to Chick? man, listen. I'll say this: when y'all start talking about the wide receivers, everybody, it's always gonna be somebody's game. It's always gonna be somebody's game.
Damn, bro.
So you can't expect everybody to be involved every Saturday. Somebody gonna step up, somebody gonna step back. And so in that game against USC, it wasn't a chick type of game. I could have told you that from the get-go. It wasn't a chick type of game. That game was designed for Marion Miller to take off. That game was designed for, a Javon Antonio to take off in that situation. So Chick
Hey,
would be fine. This would be a game for like Chick or Jimmy Horn to really get off. With the secondary that ASU got, this would be a legit game for them to go off on.
hey, hey, Rob, pull up Coach Kev talking about Cooper hanging on to his job by a thread.
Hold on,
What?
let me get there. I'm trying to make sure I answer everybody's question. What are 5? I don't know what that means, bro. Asad gonna be nice when y'all get to see him.
Yeah, he fine. He quick.
Yeah, he almost made that boy quit in practice yesterday, man.
Who, Shiloh?
Yeah.
What do you do to him?
Dude ran a route, Shiloh punched him off the route. Like I'm talking about, like just sent him up off that route. Hey man, coaches on the sideline, talking about, hey bro, if you don't want to practice, man, just go
Oh,
inside.
that's who they were. That's who Coach Shad was talking to.
Yeah,
Well, it's
that's
like
what.
if you don't want to play, you get off the field.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
yeah.
But he don't see no burn though. He most likely is like special teams.
It don't matter. Hey, bro, they getting to the point where like they finna stop playing people, man. Like you taking it for granted, and it's to the point, man. They not finna let you practice no more. They finna just say, hey, let's go take it in.
Love how they've been getting Mikey involved. Yeah, Mikey is tight end number 1.
Sorry if I skipped somebody's question, but I'm strolling back up. Watching Nick Marshall's interview regarding his visit, are recruits waiting for Colorado to get some NIL deals in order to? No, that's not what they're waiting on. I'll tell you that right now. That's not what they're waiting on. It's what I would say in this situation when it comes to recruits right now. Some of these recruits are solidly committed. They just not publicly came out and said it because it's all it's a plan in place of what they're doing. It's not a reason why it's happening. It's a plan in place, whether that's from the recruiting side or whether that's from CU side of when they want the information to come out. So and that's why I'm not talking about who's solidly committed because I don't want to ruin a kid's commitment. But what I will tell you, we do have a bunch of solid commitments that will be coming out here very soon. So just be patient on that part.
It's the way that people can know who committed is where they took a picture. And Coach Prime talked about that too. He said, you know, this if they take a picture over here, it's for this, and if they take a picture over here, it's for this.
When did he say that? I don't remember him saying that.
He
Saying
was
what?
talking to
About
Offset.
the we coming picture.
Oh
When did he
yeah,
say
No,
yeah.
he
that?
That's
off,
been public knowledge. You can't post a we coming picture unless you committing.
No, I'm saying
mm,
when did he say that if they post a picture here, that means they committed? Like when did he say that?
He
off when the
he did that.
Offset
He did
video.
that way before the offset. He did that like at the beginning of the video. I'm trying to think who was somebody came in and they was on a visit. It was a celebrity that came in town. I don't know if it was. I can't remember if it was Lil Wayne or if it was after Lil Wayne came. But he did a video about it, about recruiting, and he's like, listen, if they come to this wall, they are not allowed to take a picture unless they committing to this school. He ain't even gonna allow for you to post a picture saying we coming if you're not coming.
So Bryce Underwood took a
I
picture on the
feel
We
you.
Coming.
I
So
feel
then what?
when he the Offset, there's a segment where he's explaining the Offset. You know, not officially. It's like they having conversation. He like, you
No,
know, and if they take a
yeah,
picture
yeah.
over here, you know, they committed.
Now he reiterated with Offset, but it was
Yeah.
announced way. He said that way before then. Because a
Okay.
lot of people don't know that. They just see that we coming and they don't understand why it's there, but that's why. So Lawrence said, who replaces number 3 on defense? The number 1 is the only a right side cornerback. So that's the question. Who replaces Cooper?
I don't
Why?
know if I don't know if
Why?
Cooper loses his starting job
Like
when
like
Travis comes
why?
back.
Why? Yeah. Why would Cooper get off the field,
No, because they said that he gave up 2 touchdowns. Like any other cornerback in college don't give up touchdowns, bro. Like
Listen,
people be crazy, man.
this how I judge cornerbacks, dog. When the ball in the air, do you panic? Are you back there turning around? You can't find the ball, and he don't. He don't panic, bro. He got beat on a few routes, but he do his job. He do his job. Sauce Gardner got ripped up the other day.
What?
He supposed to be the best cornerback in the league. Like
Every every
y'all
DB
man.
gets sauced up though, Jonas.
But the crazy part is when Kamani play, somebody he give up a touchdown or 2 touchdowns. Oh, get that
Or
bum
they
out
gonna
the
want him out the
game.
game. They gonna
Get
want
that
him out the
bum out the
game.
game. Like these people is crazy, dog.
All right, so to answer your question, can number 1 play on the left or only right? Number 1 can play on both sides. So Kamani is who you're referring to. He can play both sides of corner. So left side, right side, it really don't matter. He can play both sides. The adjustment's gonna come once Travis Hunter gets on the field, right? Because everybody's gonna have to adjust. Because Travis is going to go back to his natural side, and so everybody's gonna have to adjust around Travis Hunter. So he's gonna have to play the other side. What's going on with Demore Kennedy? Demore
He's in the
Kennedy played a
game.
lot in the second half.
Yeah, he played. He ain't make no noise though, but I want to see him play more
Oh
though.
no. He ran down that running back. Don't get him misconstrued, bro.
His play just hasn't been loud as people expect. I'll say that. He's been out there, he did his job, but he just hasn't made that loud impact play that people waiting on. But for me, with Demore Kennedy, it's all about him trusting that knee, and that's what's really kept him off that field, and why he's been hesitant to go make certain tackles because he don't want somebody to roll up that knee. But hey, at this point, now you out there playing, you just gotta let it go now, or you just ain't gonna play, So he should be fine.
How many years he got left in eligibility?
I want to say 2 to 3.
Okay.
I'm skipping over a lot of. um, yes, Keyshawn was talking about Nick on Undisputed today. If you don't know who Nick is, he's a wide receiver prospect that was committed to Michigan State. Keyshawn Johnson was talking about him, how big he was in his frame and everything like that. So yeah,
Talking about Nick Marsh.
yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be big, man.
When he was talking to the little one, yeah, taught on NCAA. Yes, so I'm glad you brought it up, Gene Boxing. Yes, the NCAA did change the transfer portal from 60 days down to 45 days. So things are gonna get super, super interesting this year. They ain't playing no games this year. It is down to 45 days. They ain't giving you 60 days. So the top people are gonna be in there at the get go. Like they're gonna get in there and get what they get. The only question is, is will schools wait to fire their coach or fire him early, things like that? Because we're almost to the point of like 3 or 4 more games. Coach is gonna start getting fired, and so then you're gonna start seeing a lot of moving around. But they did change it to 45 days now. Yes,
I think
Stoudemire should be playing this weekend.
I think it's it's gonna end up being a landslide, man. And this is just my like really really low level observation, but I think once that season starts and that transfer portal like is popping, I just feel like it's gonna be a landslide, man.
Yeah. I'll say this: when Travis gets back, here's what I expect. I expect Travis, Kamani, and Cooper to be out there on the field all together. I expect him to go 3 corners because it's gonna be hard to take off one of the two, especially if Cormani's doing his job and what he's supposed to do and keep growing into his role. I do believe Travis, Cooper, and Cormani will be out there on the field all at the same time. That's me talking. There ain't nobody else talking from Colorado. That's me talking. So they keep saying Cooper is getting burnt. Folks just be talking. Man, listen. Facts. Uh I'm just going through everybody comments and questions, make sure I answer everything for everybody right now since I don't have super chats or anything like that no more. So I'm trying to go down and answer everybody's question. But if y'all got something y'all want to talk about, y'all can while I'm looking for questions and stuff.
Hey, what's the word on homeboy out of Texas? That defensive lineman who he's like the top defensive player in the state or something like that. Any word on where he's going, where he's fully committed to?
You said the top defensive lineman out of Texas?
Yeah, I think his number was
Col-
8.
Colin Simmons? He's committed to Texas.
Mm, all right. So Texas got him and the white boy, that middle linebacker who's supposed to be like the strongest dude or something like that.
No, the middle linebacker went to Clemson.
You talking about what's his name? Sammy Brown.
Yeah, he went to Clemson.
The
The white
Clemson.
guy.
Yeah.
White boy.
Ah, he went to Clemson. Yo, they gonna
But
mess around. Dabo, he not gonna stay
he
at
not,
Clemson.
hey, Rob, he not even the best linebacker because Georgia got the best linebacker.
He signed today, right?
He
I
been
like
signed.
No, not
I
That's
like
today. No.
fine. He did it.
Go ahead.
Hey Ellen, so YouTube man, they suspended all my super chats, my memberships and everything today. So you can cash at me, but they suspended everything right now. I sent my ID in, but it could take up to 3 days for them to verify me. They trying to make sure I'm not a robot for some odd reason. So I ain't got paid off nothing. They holding all the money, everything. So hey. Yeah, you just have to hit the cash out, man. You too, man. Get me right, man. Get me right. Cooper is great at tackling, so he's not a disadvantage. Uh, so one of the two things that I see them doing with Cooper, right? And this is why I said you'll see, Kermani, Cooper, and Travis together is because they could put Cooper back at safety. They put him back there during the Nebraska game, and they put out Carter Stoudemire with Travis and him. So they're gonna go back to that opportunity, that look this season. So just be on the lookout for it. But they will do it. Rob, do you know if Ryan Clark's son is any good? He's number one for ASU. He's solid. Will he stay there? Because I mean, he is like a freshman though. So will he stay there long term? That's nah. It's but he's fine. What happened? What's happening with the linebacker rotation? That's a great question. That's a great question, Peter. Nobody knows. It's like the linebackers and the running backs are the two that's always getting questioned as far as rotation. But I do think the way you've seen the end of that game play out, I think those I think that'll be the two starting linebackers. They finished the game out with Juju and Demoy. I think they're gonna start the game out with those two. So we'll see, man. It's always open and closing door with the linebackers and running backs. You don't know who's gonna play. The people that you think supposed to play end up being the people that's not playing. So I don't know. I can't. At this point, I didn't give up on the linebackers and running back rotation on that part, man. Because if you go based off of practice versus what happens in the game, it's completely different. I will tell you this 1,000%. Alto's been getting Alto and Dylan's been getting majority of the first team reps at running back, but when they get to the game, Alto is not getting any reps. So it's hard to say, man. Because I know what happens at practice, and things like that, and who gets the most reps and things like that. Because I actually, talk to people, talk to players and stuff like that, so I know. But if you go based upon practice, it's not what's going on in the game. So
Hey, but Rob, do you think
hard
that's
to say.
Coach Fleet? You think that's Coach Fleet holding them back?
And I don't know, man. I'm like, I don't even want to put nothing out there in the open, what it is, what it ain't, man. I just say, sometimes, man, when you see stuff at practice and then you see stuff in the game, it's just alarming, man. It's like, what's the point of saying, hey, this person needs to practice, this person needs to do this person needs to do that, and then it's something totally different. Just like, Mario Miller, practice bad, wasn't getting first team reps in the game, showed up and played. So I don't know, man. It just blows me, man. It blows me.
Hey, I got a question, man. Someone from the last one y'all talked about Arizona State and Ryan Clark's son. I got a good comparison. Who you think would be a better pro, Shiloh or Ryan Clark?
Say that one more time.
I just got an idea. I got a thought from y'all last. You was just talking about Ryan Clark's son at
Uh-huh.
ASU, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking, everybody talk about Shiloh, not this, he not that, but then we look at Ryan Clark. Who you think would be a better safety in their career, Shiloh or Ryan Clark?
Ryan Clark that already played, or you talking about his son?
The one that already played.
You can't compare somebody that played in the pros to somebody that ain't never been in the pros yet.
No, I'm saying, all right. So the reason I'm saying it is because Ryan Clark went undrafted.
Yeah, he's
You know,
undrafted.
he went undrafted, but he ended up having a long career and he won a Super Bowl. He was very pivotal and productive. So that's what I'm saying, because of for the criticism Shiloh gets. Like we was
But
talking the last, we saying like
sickle
Shiloh
cell,
looked like he running in the mud. Nah.
sickle cell slowed down his career, made him stop playing early. He could have played a little bit more, longer.
Who, Ryan Clark?
Yes.
No, but okay, that's all well and good. What I'm saying is, if you say you don't compare him to, you don't compare Shiloh to the NFL player, you know what type of archetype Ryan Clark has. He went undrafted. He was played at
Yeah.
LSU. You know what I'm saying? So what you think, like, that's a good comparison for an NFL, like a projected career in the NFL. They play the same position.
Shiloh's gonna get drafted, bro.
Nah, bro, that's
It's not. He's not asking him if he's gonna get drafted. He's asking,
You talking about the comparison between them two?
yeah, like who you think would have like based on what people say about Shiloh, Ryan
Mm-hmm.
Clark is a good comparison. Like, you know how Mel Kiper and them do it on the draft day. Who does he project to play like? Who does he project to be
But
like?
Mel Kiper get a lot of shit wrong though.
That's all right,
But
but that's not what
all right. So I think you missing the point. All he asking is just to compare. Like, if you compare Ryan Clark, you compare Shiloh. Who do you think will have to end up having a better career? That's basically what he's asking.
I get it, but I can't compare it because I gotta see Shiloh playing the pros, bro.
I would say this when it comes to in the situations, right? It For me, it's going to depend on what team Shiloh ends up going to in the NFL and how they utilizing Shiloh. A Ryan Clark versus Shiloh is kind of hard to compare because their games are not similar
Yeah, it is.
to me it's not, but to you it might be. But
I mean,
uh
Ryan Clark one though he wasn't a ball hawk or anything. He was more like a
Ryan Clark was a thumper, bro.
yeah.
Just like Shiloh.
That's what I'm saying. If anything, Shiloh is it's basically like a. If I would give Shiloh that to answer your question, bro. I think Shiloh is a pro. Like his comparison is like a Ryan Clark, bro. Just looking at it, bro. Just watching Ryan Clark from over the years with the Steelers. I think if Shiloh has a Ryan Clark type career, he did great.
Hey, but Jalado, like I said, out of mind though, he had to stop playing because of sickle cell.
I mean, but he played a long time, bro. I think he
Yeah,
played a bunch of years though.
he also, yeah, like Rob said, it depends on the team he go to as well. Because Ryan Clark played for two good teams with defenses.
I mean, Shiloh the type of player he gonna have to play in a defense like a Seattle or like a Steelers type, or like maybe like maybe a Dallas or something like a defensive minded type
yeah, he goes to
situation
like
with
a
Jets.
Seattle. He goes
Yeah,
to Seattle or Pittsburgh. It's a wrap. He
yeah.
can have a better career
He's
than
just that type of
Ryan
player.
Clark.
Yeah.
Like if he goes to like Oakland or a team that's not known for defense, a team that's not been really good with their defensive backfield, his career won't pan out like Ryan Clark's. But
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
we just got to see until he get to the league, bro. Because you could ball out in college and you go to the league and you ain't good. Because look at Jamal Adams. He started off good with the Jets. He got traded.
Injuries.
Y'all, injuries is just derailing his career already, bro. The man just came back the other day and got a concussion. Like, damn.
Yeah, injuries.
So is it just me or is the defense seems to play better with 4 down linemen? To answer to your question, we always need to keep 4 down linemen on the field. I never like them going to 3 down linemen. It just we're a man-to-man team. We're not a zone team. So anytime they go 3 down linemen, we play zone. We always getting shredded. So we gotta stick to just playing man-to-man. What we
So
brought those players in here to do.
you said 4-3.
Say that again.
You're better suited with the 4-3.
I'm not. I mean, we can go 4-2-5. I'm fine with it, but it all depends on the matchup. Like this week, I'll go 4-3, just due to the fact of like we trying to take number 4 out the game. Like that's what I'm doing
Are
personally.
they missing that much players?
Who ASU?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're down to their third string quarterback. They second and third string running back is gone. They're hurt. The left tackle, the left guard, and the right tackle is out.
With
So
injuries, or they left the team.
no, they're out because of injuries. These are
Damn.
people that's injured. Like I ain't talking about people that left the team. These are people that's hurt for ASU. So you got the third string quarterback. He ain't throw a touchdown all season. He's got 2 interceptions on the season. You got your after your top running back, after number 4, your next 2 running backs, they're out. Your left tackle, your left guard, and your right tackle is out. So you're playing with, your backups on the offensive line. You're playing with your starting running back. Your third string, your fourth string wide receivers out. So you guys are only your top 2 wide receivers. And really, you only got one good wide receiver. That's number 2, which I'm not going to say the other ones are bad. They just haven't been productive. Number 2 has been a most productive receiver.
How,
Let me
mu-
say
how,
that.
how much points has ASU been putting up a season for this year?
I mean, they ranked 238th in scoring. So that
Mm.
just tells you enough.
They ranked 200 and what?
38th in Division 1.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that tells you all you need to know.
Bad.
Well, Colorado, they better stay locked in, man.
Yeah, you
now,
can't. The thing about it is you can't overlook this game. And as long
Yeah.
as we're a more healthier team, we have more talent. We have to go in and take this game by the horn and just go dominate this game. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
What they need to do, Rob?
Shador shouldn't have
His
the
offense need to
spin.
take the ball first and go score, bro.
Yep.
I think they're gonna do what they always do, defer.
I,
Only way they don't listen. The only way they don't defer is if Arizona State wins the
what you saw.
coin flip. Yep.
But
But
see, you've been so damn
CU
lucky to toss every game. So
they've won it every time. So I mean, just the way it goes. So the corners are going to be Cormani, Hunter, and Star is going to be Cooper. Safeties are going to be Shiloh and Simon Craig. All this is when Hunter comes back healthy. Uh, it can be, but it's not a guarantee. It's not a lock, right? It all depends on who we playing. If we're playing a passing team, then yes, you can see Cormani, Hunter, and Cooper out there with Shiloh. And it's probably gonna be it probably be Roger Ward over Sam Craig and nickel and dime. But like in just when we go first and second down, you probably see Sam Craig out there. So they're gonna
what's
mix it up for sure.
Rob? What's the next passing team that we face?
UCLA and then Arizona.
Arizona got that wide receiver.
And then after man, they ain't got no wide receivers out there.
Oh, Arizona do got a wide receiver, bro.
Not nobody to be really threatened about.
They got that dude that went off in the spring game.
They got that wide. No, Lamonius Craig.
About
Hey,
to
Law
put the
Dog. You
clamps on him.
on joke time, bro. That man got 123 yards in 4 games.
They're about to clamp the head, man. I can't wait to that matchup.
He made the worst decision ever, bro. The hell wrong with him?
I don't even think he would have been playing though on this
Yeah,
zero.
He would have got some burn, bro. But he wouldn't have been starting.
He actually would have been starting because we wouldn't have got Javon Antonio if he would have stayed.
Listen, I told y'all about Javon Antonio earlier in the season. Nobody wanted to listen to me about that, Rob. I know you remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
What? You not fond of him?
I said he should be a tight end. I said you should move him inside. I said him playing outside, he don't got it. And everybody's like, no, he's a beast. He gonna do it. And I'm like, bro, he don't got it, bro.
I've been saying that since day one too, though. Like I got videos of like Javon Antonio, like, hey, they need to put him as a flex tight end, move him around.
Is he going to play that though?
I mean,
I
this
get
is
it.
last year, bro. He the clock running out, bro.
Listen, I
Got
get
7
he
more
don't.
games.
Listen, Zion, I get he don't want to play there, but if you want to build your value for the NFL, you need to play flex tight end and do different things in the offense to show versatility.
Yeah, so he
he's like a
needs to
Mo
help the
Alley.
left tackle block.
The way Mikey playing, I don't see him starting over Mikey.
Javon would be like a Mo Alley Cox out of Indianapolis.
Mo Ali Cox big as hell though, bro. Like
Like
he
6'7", bro.
he got
huge.
big. He got big over his career.
I mean, he's a
wasn't
basketball
always
player, bro. He was up there when I went undrafted to the Colts. He was
I would take Javon Antonio blocking over Mikey's.
You ain't even seen him block though, Rob. For real.
No, Javon can block, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he probably picked the wrong school, bro. He probably should have stayed where he was at.
At Northwestern?
Yeah.
Well, he had to go to the Division I so people can really play at that level.
I mean, but I'd rather stay down there and ball. I mean, down there he was putting up numbers. Like this year, I mean, it's half of the season, bro. You got one thing about Shador, he throw the ball to his most trusted targets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like I remember, because I was saying with a Travis, I said Javon Antonio, he ain't gonna see that many targets in the red zone with them fade balls and jump balls once the Travis get back.
Yeah, Travis come back. Travis eating all that up.
Yeah, them balls going to Travis, bro.
Okay, hey, Laudo, I'm glad you on here. Somebody said earlier in the chat that Travis Hunter should focus more on defense.
I mean, not for y'all team. Not for y'all team.
No, he's not going to play just one side, bro.
I'm saying I don't think he should be playing as many reps as he's playing though.
But he was playing good up until that cheap shot.
Yeah, but bro, that's hard to sustain, bro. Like, I mean, I know he a monster, bro. But the only way to derail a player like that is injuries, bro. You see what I'm saying?
But outside of that hit, he wasn't injury prone, bro.
But he gonna get hit like that a lot more, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say if it was a clean hit, you see what I'm saying? he gonna get hit like that a lot. And then to go over there and go play it on defense, bro, it's really not that sustainable. That many plays, you know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is maybe he should do mainly defense, and then maybe have like a certain amount of series. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't.
Until,
I don't think you can do it. Yeah, I mean, I know he can do it, but I don't think he should be doing it because it's like, bro.
until they until they can stop him. Remember, before he injured, he was averaging what 75 yards a game,
I mean,
and
Yeah,
they
he
but
ain't
he
and they
even,
go
not
on defense.
yeah, but he
he's
ain't even got no
he,
touchdowns over there yet, though.
right,
He would have had one if he'd have caught the ball.
right.
I mean, that's what
But
I'm
he's
saying. That
not.
was the first. That was the first game. That's why I'm saying like it need to be moments in time where you just take advantage, like where you scheme them in. Like, okay, Travis, bro, the second, third series, you gonna rock out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like. I think it should just be offsetting. You know, like this series, like the earlier in the game, scale it back. When it start getting down to like the nitty gritty, like the bottom of the second and the third and fourth play on. You know what I'm saying? But early, you should just save them a little bit more because it's like the chances of injury is so much more. You know what I'm saying?
But don't you think if you look at what the way they game plan him, ain't that really the way they play him? They just because they don't target him all the time, so he just
That's
Sometimes
what I'm
he
sort of
saying. He shouldn't even be out there that
nah.
much.
But he likes the. That's like he's like ADHD on as a football player. So he
Man,
wants to be running
listen,
around.
that Travis get boards. That's Coach Palm building up his player, bro, and all that, bro. Like,
oh
come
no,
on,
he
like
said it though, bro. He's came out and
even
said it
okay.
though.
Listen, like okay, for example, even with Shador, when Shador did that drive, did y'all watch the press conference and what he spoke about as far as like what Shador did on that drive and the conversation behind it when the reporter asked him the question?
You talking about the
Yeah,
USC game?
he audibled out of those plays. He called the
Yeah,
plays.
but Prime response was weird. I mean, like I know that's your son, bro, but
Yeah,
at the same time, as a coach, bro, you got a responsibility to do what's best for the team. You know what I'm saying? Or
yeah.
you got to say what's real, bro. You can't like sugarcoat it just because he's your son, bro.
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying?
I mean,
You
he said I'll take the good with the bad. Like his response
Yeah,
was
but his
look at
response
his
was
numbers.
he didn't even answer the question. The reporter had to push back for him to get the answer the question because he made it about the timeouts, and it's like we're not talking about the timeouts. We knew you didn't have the timeouts. Then he
Right,
followed up with
the
he got
numbers.
such and such stats, such and such. Okay, yeah, he do got all them stats, but it's other quarterbacks that got those stats, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's other
Yeah.
quarterbacks that's having those same stats. So it's like, okay, yeah, okay, stats is good, but in knowing how to play the game
But
and
law
win the
dog,
game, you got to put
but
your team in a.
law dog, you got to look at my bad to cut you off. You got to look at the mentality, right? Coach Prime, he keeps saying I'm old school. When you look at them old school coaches, they riding with they meant. They riding with their quarterback or their player, like Parcells. He was rolling with Ray Lucas. You know what I'm saying? Parcells was rolling with Quincy Carter throughout everything. So that's the mentality. You know what I mean? So
Okay, yeah, I feel what you're saying. So chances is he probably you know what I'm saying got it straight on the backside of it, but you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You just can't.
yeah,
It
no,
is
I
what it
agree
is,
with you.
bro.
I agree with you 100% because that ain't the first time he took up for him.
Yeah, because he
It,
he did it when he be holding on to the ball too long.
and he blamed the receivers on it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can't. But if I'm a player, bro, and it's like, damn, bro, you'll say something about this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But you won't say nothing about your son. That's kind of weird to me.
Yeah,
Like you got to play it even across the board, and that's the only thing I really don't like. I'm like, you can't be new school and then hide up under the old school banner. Like I'm
but
old school, but everything you doing through the media and everything you bring to is new. And then it's
but you
like,
got. Did you see now what you saying right? When they had that dinner with with the 76ers,
right.
and he was explaining to the players what Shiloh did, and he benched him. He said, "Now, if it was Shador, I might not have did the same
Yeah,
thing."
he critical with Shiloh, bro.
Yo,
Right. That's what. Okay. So that's just my point, bro. He
yeah,
he do it a
yeah.
little different, and I'm just like, bro, you gotta shoot it straight. I mean, he in that position right now because his son is the team. Like that team go as Shadur goes. You know what I'm
The door
saying?
go
Yeah,
down. It's over with.
Yes, y'all, it's through. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, hey, don't be putting that in the atmosphere, bro.
I'm not putting that. I'm not putting that, bro. I know Rob don't want to hear that.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I mean, like I say, bro, they got a multitude of problems, bro. You feel me? Like, but I appreciate the fandom, bro, and how high y'all still is on the team, bro. But as I watch it, bro, I still
I got
think
a question for you.
talk to me.
Now, um, now we at this point in the season.
Uh-huh.
What you think they're gonna do for the rest of the year?
I'm sticking with a 66 prediction, bro.
What?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
bro. Y'all gotta realize, bro, the O line is y'all don't like, bro. The quarterback can't succeed. You feel me? Listen, a lot of those games, bro. A lot of those games, y'all are gonna pose to win, bro. Like this, is what I was explaining, like the ASU game. I think it's a scary game. You know what I'm saying? All the players, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Listen, first of all, it's a Colorado team. Everybody is gonna play their best for Colorado. It's your once in opportunity for the limelight. You see what I'm saying? You play Colorado, that means you got reach the people media, well off the pregame show. You ain't even got to be on the big time network. They play on the Pac-12 network. You see what I'm saying? I'm still gonna find a way to watch the game. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, what you gotta understand is defensive coordinators know the O line is notoriously weak. You see what I'm saying? CU has done a great job of scheming up things, but at the end of the day, the base principle of the team is very weak. The O line is very weak. The run game is not there. Okay, he has 74 yards, but that's still not a
I know
great
we
game.
ran for 200 yards against USC. Let's get that right.
Give me one second. Hey, Ellen or Tanisha, can y'all pin the link to join in to the channel? Can y'all pin that for me?
Yeah,
Y'all can go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, but I'm talking about the I'm talking about Hank as the running back. He had 74 yards, bro. I'm talking about just strictly handing the ball off, getting down here.
Dylan got handoff too. McCaskill did as well.
Okay, yeah, but I'm saying it was all broke up, bro. You see what I'm saying? If you don't
What
have
does that matter? All that matters is if we gain in yards, man. It don't matter who get the ball. What you talking about? It don't matter if Shadur getting the yards. Long as we gaining positive net gain from rushing the ball, man. And I hate when people say our offensive line so bad. If our offensive line so bad, how is Shadur breaking records, man? How is he passing for all these yards every game, man?
bro,
I'm just
listen,
being
bro. You
real.
talking about
How?
you
That's
talking about a three
impossible,
game.
bro.
Y'all have had a good stretch, bro. But at the end of the day,
Oh, now listen to a good stretch. Come on, man. We play
bro,
USC and Oregon, man. Two
right,
top
bro, yeah,
10
and right, and
teams,
you
bro.
still lost, bro. I mean, at the end of the day,
Okay,
you
we
lost,
lost, but I'm just saying, like, even though we lost, you can't sit here and say you just spewing like you
bro.
lying, basically.
You
You
listen. At the end of
lying,
the day,
man.
he did what he did. Okay, he had a good first game. The second game, I mean, he did good. He finished good. The last game, okay, cool, bro. But it
Yeah,
still
he's
ended
had
up
a
in a
good
loss,
game
bro.
every game, bro.
That's fine, bro. But that doesn't
He don't.
translate
He
to
throws for at
wins,
least
bro. It doesn't
300 yards
translate to
every
wins.
game, man.
Yeah, you talking about stats, bro. I'm talking about wins. The question
Oh
was
my
about
God.
winning. You
Now,
coming over here
okay,
trying to
so we gonna say without Travis Hunter, we couldn't have won that game.
what?
Is that what you're saying? Because it's
Without
crazy that we didn't
y'all
have
played
Shiloh,
without Travis Hunter, bro. You said with Travis
Slusher,
Hunter,
or Travis Hunter, and we came within one touchdown. So just imagine if we had our star wide
bro.
receiver
I ain't
and
got
cornerback.
time to imagine, bro. You
Nah,
lost.
man, nah, man. See, that's what people
You
can't be
lost, bro.
realistic,
What we
man.
finna
You can't be
imagine?
realistic, man.
No, you got to be realistic, and you got to look at the facts. This is the problem with CU fans, bro.
The fact
They
is, our star Heisman contender was out of the game, man. And we still
That's
was
a part
within
of the
one
game, bro.
touchdown.
Arizona State got a whole list of players out of the game. They still gonna play the game next week, bro.
Okay, we are too.
Okay, so what are you
Travis
talking
Hunter
about?
not playing next week, and we still gonna get a W.
Man, listen, back to
And
what I was saying, bro.
we still gonna get a W, man.
Back to what I was saying, bro. At the end of the day, the O line is terrible, bro. So if you can't lead with the O line, your defense is not great either, bro. You got 48 points just hug up on you, bro. You can't win like that. That doesn't translate to wins. I don't care how good Shadur do back there. Is he an elite quarterback? Yeah, he elite. Do he got some talent on the outside to make some plays? Yeah, he do. But is that gonna translate to wins?
Yep.
We'll see, bro.
So
Like I said.
Law Dog,
Yep.
let me ask you to do this.
Mhm.
Factor in the team coming back and being healthy, and you still say we going 6-6?
Yeah, bro. You just don't got it in the trenches, bro. Most teams, bro, even the sorry teams, UCLA better than y'all in the trenches, bro. Stanford better than y'all in the trenches, bro. It's either gonna be a close game that y'all could have won, or it's just gonna be like that all season,
Well,
bro.
how did the best nose guard in the nation not get a sack against us, bro? If our O line so horrible, why did they only get 3? I'm just let me
Bro,
know
first
how
of
the
all, it's a D
best,
tackle, bro.
one of the best
D
defensive, one
tackles,
of
bro.
the
How many
best.
sacks did the D ends have though? How
You
about that?
tell me how many did they have? Because
I'm
they didn't
saying you
have more than
speaking
3
on it
sacks,
like you know. You talk about Barrett
bro.
Alexander. How many
USC
sacks
had a
did they give
total
up?
of 3
Did the
sacks
O
for that
line not
game, bro.
struggle in the game?
They had 3 sacks for the entire game, bro. That's marvelous, bro. Are you serious? USC is in the top
Bro,
10
you
in the
gotta watch.
nation
You got
as far as
listen,
rushing the quarterback, bro.
bro.
As far as
It's bigger
pressuring
than
the
the stats,
quarterback,
bro.
they're top
It's bigger than
10,
the
bro.
stats, bro. You gotta go watch the film.
Look,
You
they
gotta go
top
see.
10 without even blitzing. They top 10 without that should tell you something. When you top 10 with even without your blitzing plays, that should tell you something, bro. But Big Bear didn't get 1 sack on us, bro.
Well,
And guess
see,
who we got to go through? The
man,
offensive line.
I know people like you, bro. You
But
the
guess
same.
who we got to go
This,
through? The
this this is
offensive line.
the same
The
conversation
offensive
I
line.
had with y'all
Right.
about before the
Just make it
Oregon
make
game.
sense, man. Make it
Dude
make
coming
sense,
here
man.
talking, saying all this and that, and then when they up and lose, they don't even show up no more.
Bro, I'm still here. We lost twice,
I ain't even
fool.
never seen
What's
you on here
wrong with
before.
you?
I ain't never seen you on here before.
We already lost twice. I'm still here. What are you talking about, man?
Okay, bro. Like I said, I'm sticking to what I
It
said,
make
bro.
no sense, man. No, it just proved that your logic is crazy.
All right,
Listen to what
all
you
right,
just
all
said.
right,
Listen to
all
what
right.
Nick
Hold
said.
up, Rod. Hold up.
He
Just 1
said I'ma
second, Rod.
leave when we
Hold up.
lose a
Just one
game,
second,
and I'm
Rod.
still here and we lost 2 games.
Cause
How
listen,
that
bro,
make
you
sense?
gotta understand. Listen, hold
I'm
up.
just saying how that makes
I
sense,
ain't trying
bro.
to run the show, Rod, but I'm just saying, bro. At the end of the day, bro,
Nah, man, you a
Rod,
hater. You a
we been
bona
here
fide
before,
hater,
Rod.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Nah, at the end of the day, we been here before with this conversation, bro. You see what I'm saying? I'm just
That's-
telling you the facts of it. Just like this is the same conversation we was having with the Oregon game. That's the same conversation. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, the facts remain the same, bro. And that's what you gotta look at, bro. You can do all these if was a fifth in the stats. Yeah, the stats can be misleading. You see what I'm saying? Okay, they came back. They did that. I respect that. That was good. But they still lost. You see what I'm saying? And so
yeah,
what I'm saying, moving forward, you still got those deficiencies. Okay, yeah, you came back, you did good. The defense they still got 48 put up on them. You see what I'm saying? The running back still went to the left, cut back all right, and took it to the crib, bro, on y'all, bro. That is a problem. You can't not deny that. That's what you got to look at, because that's what you got to fix if you want to win. If you can't fix that, you're not gonna be able to win games, bro. And that's the point I'm making at the
yeah.
end of the day.
Pastor Corey, talk to us.
Hey,
Appreciate you joining on.
oh man, yeah, good stuff, man. I've been hearing these guys cackle and all that stuff. But I'm gonna say this, man. Everybody gives our offensive line the heat, and deservingly so, obviously. But I'm gonna tell you that when you go back and watch the tape, the first half of the USC game, man, that was the best half, including the TCU game that they've played. Now, did we necessarily capitalize on it? No, because we had some other mistakes. But as far as the O line goes, if that O line plays that good, which you're going to get against a top end front four in USC, they play their butt off. If they
Yep.
play that good, every single game is winnable. Does that mean, like this guy was saying, ASU is a scary game? I agree. ASU is extremely well coached. Extremely. That's why it's not a question that Coach Prime was trying to get that coach on his staff at once upon a time. If y'all saw that, but ASU is extremely well coached, and some of these other teams that we're going to play, the defense won't be as good. However, if our offensive line plays the way that we can, every game is winnable. Are we going to necessarily blow everybody out? Not necessarily, but a W is a W. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know last time I checked, but we still got some ways to go on defense because a lot of these teams, like we couldn't stop that crossing route. I was at that Colorado State game. We got to get that under control. And I think we might have found something. Coach Kelly might have found something with putting pressure this last game. That's the first game that we may have actually found. And it takes, I got to give the coaches a little bit of a break, but I got to also say they got to be accountable for their actions too. Because the player, in my opinion, the players played the best they could play, given mistakes, but the coaches, if we're gonna put a loss somewhere, I'm gonna put it on the coaches. We could have done, when you watch that whole tape, and I'm not talking about the last 5 minutes, the whole tape of the game. But our offensive line, man, we got to get them a break, man. They played their butt off. That really the whole game.
For sure. And you know, we sometimes we jump to, you know, just the negative plays, right? And we don't think about the whole entire game and what they had to overcome and how they're growing, how they're prospering.
Can I get some pushback? Can I ask Pastor a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if we cut the game off at the first half, you said the O-line played great the whole game, right?
Yeah. I mean, particularly they played good the whole game. They let obviously you had sex, but I'm saying that first half, if you watch play by play, they played their butt off. Yeah.
So what was the problem in the first half then for the offense?
Well, in the offense, the first half you had one, and even Shador said it. He missed a few plays. He missed a few looks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You had some receptions. Obviously, we know the punt. We know the interception with some missed keys. Okay. So you got to say we probably put 14 points on the board for them. In that case, we had I think a drop ball on a third down conversion. It was just a couple miscues, but the score was not indicative to how the offensive line
I want to
played.
follow up.
That was my point.
I want to follow up with the pastor too. So, Lord Dog, the reason we were down so much in the first half, you watched the whole game, right?
Mm-hmm.
We controlled the game, bro. We threw an interception. We had some missed plays, but overall, okay. Whenever I'm a side with you on this point. Whenever they applied pressure, they got to the quarterback. So whether it was linebackers or if they really like sent a stunt or whatever with the D line, they got to the quarterback. But what held us back, like it was a back and forth game. We had that punt. Remember, we had that punt when he did that open door, that swinging door joint. We had the interception, and I think we had some miscues. So the game was actually a back and forth. It was really a back and forth. We had control, but we were down. The score didn't really indicate what was going on.
What was that when they made that running play? Was that the 14-0 or 21-0? I can't remember. Was that 14 or 21-0? I can't remember.
I think it was 14. I think. What was the first touchdown? The first touchdown was what?
The first touchdown
Jimmy Horn wasn't Jimmy Horn the first one?
No, I'm talking about.
I'm talking about USC because it was a big part of the game because we had stopped him. He made a great cutback.
That was the run.
That was the run.
Yeah.
That was the running play. But I can't remember if it was when they went up 14-0 or 21.
So what was I don't remember what the first touchdown was because I think what I remember was the run and then he came back on that third down and I don't even really remember.
He hit Taj Washington.
Yeah, I remember that. I think that was that the 28?
I think that was 21, right? I think the run might have been 14.
So the run was the 14.
All right, that run was 14. Let's go back to that run.
Hold on. So the run was 27 yards. And then the touchdown.
We're talking about points.
The first, can I finish? The first one was 27-yard run, 7 points. Second one was Taj Washington, 71-yard pass, 14 points. And then the third touchdown was the 8-yard pass, and that made it 21-0.
Okay.
Gotcha. Good stuff. So they had when we was down 7-0, I think that's when we missed that field goal that would have made it 7-3.
Yeah, we missed the field goal too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then of course we didn't get no pressure on that 14-0 and he's back there 7 seconds. So that's rough. It's just a couple miscues. I thought the offense, but again, the question was the offensive linemen. I thought they played to the best of their abilities in that first half. My opinion.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I think we controlled the game, really.
I was just gonna say, I have to agree with Law Dog here, and I'm tired of agreeing with this man. But I think that what he's saying isn't a negative. What he's saying though are things that we need to fix, and I think it's okay for us to acknowledge that there's some things we need to fix.
Oh
because
yeah.
because we did lose 2 games, and we did lose ugly to Oregon. We did get blown off the ball. We were down 21-7. Okay, it could have been 21-10. We were still down. And I think we just need to look at our team for what we really are and not what we hope they can be. Because if we do that, I feel like we can be more realistic with where we're at. Because we can't sit here and say our offensive line isn't that bad if you look at the statistics of the offensive line the same way you're going to look at the statistics of Shador Sanders when he's playing from behind, his statistics are going to be better. And so I just want us to be realistic fans and really pay attention to what's happening, because it doesn't mean we suck and we're terrible. It just means we have a lot of room for improvement, and I think that that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
would.
being objective. Like when you be objective and you look at what's actually going down when they making football plays, that USC game, they were in the game. We just had a missed field goal, a blocked punt, an interception. That's 3 possessions right there.
But that's also football.
Right.
So
Exactly.
we weren't in control. You just told me three things that went negatively against us. So that means we were not in control. We couldn't get it together to make a field goal. We couldn't get it together to punt the ball and execute correctly. So all of those are against us. Those are all
No,
bad miscues on our part.
I have to disagree with that.
So it's not
The
on
pendulum.
our go ahead.
No. The pendulum swings in football, right? So you can have miscues. Like your quarterback can throw an interception to kill your drive. You can have a fumble to kill your drive. You can have a big sack that takes you out of field possession that kills your drive. But that doesn't mean that you're not controlling either the line of scrimmage, or you're not controlling the tempo. You know what I'm saying? Like you could control time of possession, the whole thing, but then you got turnovers, and that's where you lose. So what I'm saying is that we controlled the game, or we were. I'm not saying. Let me take that back. Not control the game. We were in the game, because I said it was a back and forth. Though you take away those 3 miscues, and we don't know what happened as far as score. But let's say they scored, then that's 21 points. You know what I'm saying? So or no, the punt wouldn't have been a touchdown. They would have had different field possession, a different position on the field. So they wouldn't have been inside our 20. They would have been on their other side of the field. You
Right.
understand?
So if you want to say we're in the game, that's cool. Okay, I agree with that. But in control of the game, I'm like, I didn't
No.
see it. Okay, fair.
I take that back.
Yeah, there's a lot of things out the USC game we could take and say the game would have been different, right? We make that field goal, the game 7-3. How different would the game played out then, right? So we have to be able to put pressure on both ends. We haven't played a full game yet where all 3 phases of the game is rocking, and that's what we waiting on. Put all 3 phases of the game together. This game this week, that's all we want to see. We want to see all the phases play together: offense, defense, special teams. Just have one good, solid game. That's all we asking.
Yeah. And this is gonna be psychological, because as you just mentioned, you broke down all the injuries they got. So how they gonna be able to put it together without overlooking this team? You know what I mean? So that's psychological is gonna be big as well.
Well, I'll say ASU is very well coached when you watch them. I mean,
Yeah.
they shouldn't even look. They shouldn't look at their schedule at their record at all. I'll tell you that much. And I think she was saying earlier, look at the realistically. Realistically, I guess what I'm saying is the offensive line obviously needs help, needs to get better. They're not going to get stronger. They're not going to get faster. That ain't happening this year. But what can happen is they can play the best that they can. Shador can get the ball out. The receivers can run their routes to the fullest, because some of those sacks are on them. And the fact is, we giving up, 40-something points on the defense. Our defense ain't finna be Georgia's defense. So we probably just need to be in a shootout for the most part in every game. That's really the facts.
And I agree with you. I think my only question would be, what if this offensive line is giving it everything they have? Like, we're assuming they have more to give, right? Like, because we're seeing it. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't saying. No, I'm saying they are. That last game, I felt like they were giving it to the best of their abilities.
Got it.
I don't think that they can give more than what they did.
Got it.
I just don't. Their talent level just is not better than that. So you got to work with what you got. Yeah.
And so what you're saying then is, because they are who they are, other things have to be better. Like the
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Correct. Yeah, he's got to get the ball out faster. You got to run. We may have to. I don't know if Sean Lewis is okay with crossing routes, but we may have to run some crossing routes. We have to run some quicker slants and things like that, which I think he's trying to adjust to the offensive line and get Shedeur to rolling on some things like that, because it is what it is.
What up, Sean? Talk to us. What up, Sean? Sean,
hey, what's going
on? Oh. What's going on, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Not much, man. I'm calling out of Sean, calling out of Oregon, man. I'm new to the channel. I just came across y'all's live, so I figured I'd jump in.
Oh no, appreciate
share
you.
some of my knowledge. But yeah, man, a little bit of feedback that I got from these past games now. I think it's really, again, it's just really like the scheme and personnel trying to do. And I think that'll carry us a long way. I know we got away with it, with what we're trying to do, offensively trying to run fast. The first, there was film and stuff, and people didn't know what to expect. But then when you got kind of like, with USC and Oregon, they prepared. But I think this past game, what I noticed, offensive line that we already know.
You kind of breaking up, Sean. You kind of breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you kind of breaking up a little bit. I'm just trying hard to put your words together.
What about now?
Sean, maybe if you come out and come back in, it will be clearer.
Sorry about that. What about now? Hello?
Rob, you're on mute, but I can hear you, Sean.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Am I good?
Yep, you sound good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But like I was saying, what we know, being that we're a lot of max protection, and that's where a lot of the success came from. When I mean max protect, they had that tight end that was in there, Mikey, and then they just had like the 3 wide receivers. They was able to get behind the DBs with just 3 receivers, and I think if they stick with that scheme there, that'll give Shedeur a little bit of time to kind of, do what he needs to do and be a playmaker. Because I think, when we motioning and doing a lot of misdirection, that's helping us, and that's actually opening up the running game too. That's how they was able to run the ball, with the motion coming across and then doing the read run. So if we kind of stick with the base, and I think that'll kind of help us too. If in the first and second quarter, the first half, we stick with that kind of look offensively, then we will be more successful versus coming out with the 4 wide spread, trying to do the checks from there. That was kind of what was killing us in the beginning. When we, you got Shedeur back there trying to do trying to check, whether you want to throw it or run it, and they're not buying it because we can't run the ball. But when you put that formation in with the max protect, it kind of gives us a chance to, disguise and, be more successful with the run and the pass. That's just my take on offense. Defensively, if we all we need is personnel. So I feel the people that they had on the back end of the game should be starting, and that's take Trevor Woods out of that lineup.
TW.
Yeah, they need to take him out and keep whoever was in on that back end of the game where USC wasn't scoring. That's who they need to go with until they get healthy. because they was getting to the ball. They was doing they was playing. So that's, just my feedback.
All right, man. Appreciate you joining the channel today, man. Salute, man. Hope you tune in for future shows. We live normally at this time every single day, so hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss out, man. But appreciate your thoughts, man. You joining into the show. Lawrence, what's happening?
What's going on, everyone? Everyone hear me all right?
Yeah. You hear you loud and clear.
Hey, Rob, did anybody on the East Coast get that alert?
It just came here in Colorado, so yeah.
I got it on my phone. Y'all getting it at 120.
It's already
Nah,
happening in
we
Colorado.
got it. I got it too, bro.
I just got it.
Yeah, I already got it. Yeah.
What up, Lawrence? Talk to us.
So I just want to say that going back on Law Dog's topic on identifying the deficiencies on the offensive line, and I know there's a little bit of back and forth on the expectations for the rest of the season with CU and projections on the record and things like that. So yeah, we know that there are some glaring deficiencies on both sides of the ball and special teams for that matter. However, my pushback would be that the rest of the opponents have to have the talent to exploit those deficiencies. And I just don't see that being definitive from the rest of the opponents that are left on the schedule, especially not. No, I'm not going to say that we should take Arizona State lightly or Stanford for that matter. But even if you go into UCLA and Oregon State, I think the game experience is going to – I don't definitively see a powerhouse being able to exploit even the offensive line, like we were talking about, how they haven't. They just don't have the talent right now, and that's even on the defensive line as well. They're not generating tackles for loss, constantly. They're not really getting pressure on the quarterback. That's why Caleb Williams had all the time in the world to make those throws against this past game. But we're not playing the USC, we're not playing the Oregon anymore the rest of the season. So are these remaining teams on the schedule going to have that talent to exploit the deficiencies on CU's roster? I don't see it.
Can I push back, Rob?
Go ahead.
All right. So this is just follow me here, right? So y'all like to say that, but this is what I'm telling you. Most teams in the Pac-12 have a better defensive and offensive front than what Colorado has. You got to realize this is a previously 1-11 team, and the whole team has been recruited to come in, and then you still have players from that 1-11 team starting at pivotal spots, particularly one guy. And then y'all, the point being is that I want to bring up Colorado State. Nobody here thought Colorado State had the type of talent to compete with the CU. The next point y'all would say is, well, it's a rivalry game. Well, my point to you is every game for CU is a target game. Mm-hmm. Everybody is going to this is your opportunity to be on the big screen. This is your opportunity to be everywhere. That following morning after that game, if you show up in that game, you're going to be talked about everywhere. See what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, the trenches is what gives you the benefit of the doubt. It's like if you're up, you run the ball. See what I'm saying? If you're down, you're able to throw the ball. You don't have those options. And you have a defense giving up a monumental points against everybody. Everybody except for Nebraska was able to put up points on you guys. And that was because of turnovers. But they was in a lock and grid game with you guys for the longest until the defense basically broke down. See what I'm saying?
Until talent won out. Like the point I was making.
The turnovers, it wasn't even a talent thing at that point. The turnovers kept they was dropping the ball, bro, on handoffs and taking a snap.
True.
They had more turnovers like that. That wasn't
you're right. They did have unforced turnovers, but at the end of the game, they beat Nebraska because talent won out. So that's what I'm trying to say for the remaining of the schedule. Yeah, I understand the trenches are important. The trenches are not going to change between now and the end of the year. The defensive line is what it is. The offensive line is what it is. But that's also the same for the remaining schools that they have to play. They have what they have, and I just don't see definitively that any of these schools have what Oregon and USC have.
Right,
Well,
but the only reason the only reason you believe that is because you're able to watch those shows on YouTube and see what they have from a day-to-day, per the one-on-ones, per the 11 per the things you get to see behind the scenes. You see what I'm saying? Chances is you're not going to looking at these other schools. You never knew about Torrey Hunter before he played again when he was at CSU.
I did.
You never.
How do you know that?
Rob,
how do you know? How do you know that? How do you know what I knew about? First of all,
okay, I'm not speaking to you directly.
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. So before you make the statement like that, don't make that. Don't generalize. You know what I'm saying? Because
why would I not be generalizing it? Why not?
You don't know what I know about, bro. I'm just saying. Why don't you messed up right there? Now, if you're talking about you general as in the average fan, you got a point right there. But don't say you as in me. What I know.
I don't know
a
you.
lot.
You don't know me, so of course I'm not talking. I'm talking to your point. I'm not talking about you.
No, I'm just saying though. So go ahead, finish your point. I didn't know about Torrey Hunter. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. So you knew about Torrey Hunter. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying I know a lot more than you.
I'm saying, did you know about him though?
I'm saying I know a lot more than you think I know.
Come on.
It can't be besides the point.
Just get to the point because you're already talking sideways now. So go ahead and make your point.
I'm not talking sideways. You just stopped me from what I was doing, and you made a point, and I'm pushing back on what you said. And chances is, like I said, chances is you didn't know about him. To my point, I was right. You didn't know about him. Just like you probably didn't know about him.
There you go. Talking sideways again. To your point, I didn't answer yes or no.
All right, so Lotto,
then answer the question.
Don't ask me a question and then answer it. You can't ask me a question and then answer it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I'm asking you, did you know about him?
I did.
Okay, did you know about Kamara on the defensive line?
I did. Okay,
cool. So you knew about him. So who are the top guys for Arizona State?
I would say probably on the offensive side, Scatterboo, their running back.
I'm talking about the defensive line, defense only.
I don't know their top defensive line. I haven't heard any name that popped that said that they have a pro.
Okay, exactly.
That's capable of exploiting the deficiencies on CU's offensive line. Therefore, I am not afraid of them going to Tempe and winning simply because they have more talent. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm making my point.
You're right,
Pastor. Hey, Rod, quick things. Just I think I'm hearing what both of these guys saying is, I think my man is saying is, what you're saying is our talent level. We should be able to be matched up against some of these other teams because obviously we just went against USC. You got the Oregons. Those are basically the big dogs. And you would not seemingly think that some of the other schools have those equally big dogs. But yes, Colorado State. If you said Colorado State and us, we should seemingly have more talent, is what my man said. And that should win out in the end. And that, let's just say all of that's a wash. Let's just say we was evenly matched or even maybe a little bit undermatched on the defensive side of the ball because the front seven, it's a little rough right now, okay, on the defensive side of the ball. But I think that's where we got to have the right schemes put in place, like what I said, what Kelly just did against a good USC front four at least. That's their weakness, is their defense as well, but they did have a good front four. I think Kelly brought a good scheme, and if we do a good scheme as well, we can be in every game. I think that's what both guys are somewhat trying to say. I think maybe I'm not trying to put words in their mouth or nothing like that. That's for sure. And I'm not nobody's coach like y'all guys either.
I'm just trying to say that talent at the end of the day wins out. And that's been the formula for Coach Prime, not even before he got to Colorado. You can say, yeah, this is a new team with 87 new players. But if you go back to the last 3 years, particularly the last 2 seasons at JSU, they were winning those games because they have more talent than their opponent. And I'm just looking at the rest of the schedule remaining on CU's schedule. I think the talent is going to win out, despite the deficiencies that they have on special teams, the yards that they give up on defense, the sacks that they allow on offense, the lack of a running game. at the end of the day, they still have more talent, in my opinion, than everyone left on their schedule.
Facts.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying I think most games, I think we got a chance to win a shootout. I think that's what he's saying, basically. Yeah,
I don't
do
think
have talent.
this game this weekend shouldn't be a shootout. The Stanford game should not be a shootout. We're gonna go into the bye. UCLA, the game's more likely gonna be a shootout. Arizona, it should not be a shootout.
Hopefully not.
Oregon State, it might be a shootout. Washington State might be a shootout. Utah might be a shootout. But some of these games shouldn't be shootouts. Like talent for talent level, some of these games shouldn't be shootouts.
Is Dante Moore starting at UCLA still?
Say that again.
Is Dante Moore still starting?
Dante Moore is definitely starting. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. So the psychology behind why I say, like what I was saying to Law Dog earlier, right? Why I'm saying that I feel like we're not gonna just be 6-6. It goes into, let's say, this UCLA game. There's no reason it should be a shootout for this simple reason. We have too much experience on the defense. Dante Moore is a freshman. Yeah, he's very talented, and Chip Kelly knows how to, scheme, and his offense is good. But when you have a freshman or you have a rookie quarterback in the NFL going up against veterans on D, they know how to bait him and they know how to confuse him and get him out of sync. So that's why I don't feel it should be a shootout. If it's a shootout with UCLA, we might be in trouble because Chip Kelly's offense is really good. So I think, like my man Lawrence was saying, sorry, 1 second, Rob. Like he was saying with the talent wins out. When you factor in being healthy, and now let's say down the stretch we get Alto running the ball, the team changes dramatically. And last thing I'm gonna say, Coach Prime was saying this might have been like a precursor. He said if you got Shiloh, Cormani, Travis, Rod, and Slush in the secondary, it's gonna be something special. So I think that's what they're gonna be looking at moving forward as the secondary.
Yeah, but if you paid attention to everything I said, our trajectory is going up right now, right? And a lot of these teams are going down because we're getting ready to go into a bye and we're getting healthy. So you give Charles Kelly 2 weeks to prep UCLA. Come on. It's gonna be like a teaching game all over.
Y'all gotta be the most delusional. Man, listen, at the end of the day,
how is that delusional?
Can I say something
Hold on. How is that delusional when we're getting healthy?
Bro,
and all the right pieces that we're missing is coming back for that UCLA game. How's that being delusional?
Because first of all, your right tackle just got injured. You put in a backup right tackle. He was fooled out there.
The right tackle will be back for the UCLA game. So I'm confused.
It's not, listen, but I'm giving you 3 more. I'm giving you 3 more wins at the end of the day. Right? Yeah, I got 3-2 right now. I'm saying 6-6. Okay, UCLA is a possible winnable game. Okay, cool, whatever. Y'all want to stick to the point, cool. But at the end of the day, what make y'all think y'all just lost 2 games back to back? Now y'all feel like y'all finna trend up? Why? Because it's the team records y'all playing?
Is that the teams that we're playing? Why would we be trending up? We're playing against Arizona State. We're playing against Stanford. We're playing against UCLA. Then we play Arizona. Like, how can we not be trending up in the right direction?
Yeah, but Arizona State almost beat USC.
I'm gonna say this
with the best player in the nation coming back for UCLA and the rest of the year.
But y'all fail to realize that Arizona State put up almost 30 points on USC. So we can't look past that. And we don't know what this offensive coordinator got in store as far as like putting the right people in the right place. That's all it takes at the end of the day. It don't matter about talent, man. It's about just putting the right people in the right place. You got to scheme. If we get out schemed, which we've been getting out schemed for the past two games, it's going to be the same thing regardless of how these teams look on paper. So we got to get better. We got to get – and I'm a Colorado fan. I just look at it like we got to get better. Kelly and Lewis has to get better. He has to basically put it to where Shedeur is on his shoulders. He's got to be a playmaker to get the ball down the field. And we got to protect them, which means we got to whatever formation that they was running with the tight end max protect. We got to give different looks. If that means copycatting from what other teams were doing, because this is a copycat league, right? So what I would do is go look, see what was successful, and implement that in the game. And there you got it. I mean, that's just simple. It's common sense at the end of the day, but they want to try to make this stuff complex which is why we're behind in the second half. Like, just keep it simple, man.
But who's to say they're not doing that, Sean?
They not doing it. If you look at the last game,
we're talking about Arizona State. Who's to say they're not going to do that against Arizona State? Take what worked in the first 5 games and apply it to Arizona State.
Right, because they haven't been doing it up until now. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, let's just see. Let's just say that they don't do it. But in my mind, I'm thinking Lewis is going to come out with that same spread. Shador's going to either check. He's going to either check at the line for a run, or they're going to keep doing them 5-yard hitches and screens. That's what's getting us behind. We can't do that, man. We got to go down the field. So he's got to make me a believer to come out and do something differently. And I think that's his thing of starting off fast, is checking at the line, running the ball, 5-yard hitches, 5-yard screens. That's not fast, bro.
Exactly. 3 and out.
That's not fast.
I agree.
That's 3 and out every time.
Three and out.
Next thing you know,
Bro,
we're
when
down
you want
40.
to start off fast, start off with a big play, man.
Did Shador said in his press, I think that was yesterday, he said that's what you're saying, Sean.
That's what he's supposed to say.
This is exactly what we're doing. We're going to take everything from the last 5 games. We have a idea of what has worked and what has not worked. We're going to take that and apply it to ASU.
But but see, the thing is, he's been saying, if you think about, if you go back to the spring when he got asked a question about how you feel about the offense, he was claiming that he was the master of the offense, like he knew more than Lewis. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, don't get me wrong, my boy's cold. Like that, in my eyes, I think he's better than Caleb. But a lot of the thing. And I'm dead ass. I think he's way. I think he's better. I think he's better. Caleb Cole too, but I think Shador he's got it. He's it.
Super fans.
But to go back to what I was saying was, I just think like there's something between. It's like him and Lewis. Like I don't know, man. It's like why would you check to a run, and you got to throw the ball like. Obviously, whatever he called, you wasn't digging it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, let me jump in there. Let me get that. So, yeah, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, right? Shador, like, all right, Coach Prom said it the other day. He said, like, we're talking about Miller. You got a freshman playing with a pro quarterback. So if you think about that, right, that's a really, really weighted comment. Shador's mindset is like he's prepared. Let's just use that word. I don't want to, use any other bigger. I don't want to exaggerate. So he's prepared, right? So if he's prepared and he knows where the receivers are supposed to be, that's the way he's approaching the game, right? So when you look at Sean Lewis and the way he's playing the game, he's calling the game. One thing I had to do, because I was criticizing Sean Lewis too. But one thing we got to also see is that we're putting up almost 40 points a game. So something got to be working.
It's Shador. It ain't got nothing to do with the offense, fam. Like if you look at the touchdowns that we had, it was either off of a scramble, right? He's scrambling. He's always scrambling when he's making plays. That's why I said like that check stuff. Like you got to just let him play, bro. Like even in Jackson State, a lot of that stuff that he was doing was off of his mobile. Even like if you look at a lot of these quarterbacks, a lot of their plays ain't just standing in the pocket. A lot of it is them improvising and creating, waiting for the receivers to get downfield. That's it. Right. That's how. So that's what I'm saying. So
you got a 3-step drop. Some quarterbacks got a timing. They got a timing drop.
Bro, if you don't have listen to what I'm saying. If you can't run the ball, that 3-step stuff, those hitches and screens are not going to work. You're not fooling nobody with that, bro. They know you're not going to run the ball out of a 4-wide set, and you play action, and then you throw a hitch. They just going to sit there. That's all them screens and stuff. We haven't had a good screen.
I kind of disagree because that those throws he made to Miller, those weren't off of scrambles. Those were set play. Those were planned plays. So I agree
Yeah,
with
but
you.
that
I
would,
agree with what you're saying, but some of it is the game plan. That's all I'm trying to say.
but
So
the
some
throws, the
of it is
hitches
the
that he
game plan.
made was out of a different look, though. Is what I'm saying. Like you have to give different looks. I haven't, from what I've seen so far, we don't give anything different to fool nobody. The only thing that I
Also,
can say is,
We talked about that the other day. I was saying
I,
that I don't see no
I'll
motion, but
say
they
this:
did have motion.
this last game, you've seen some different wrinkles on offense from
Yeah,
from a
Yeah,
coordinator,
that
right?
was
So
first time. Yep.
they're gonna take some of those wrinkles and they're gonna implement them into the season, right? They're still learning each other. You got players keep coming in and out the lineup, so it's hard to get that chemistry when you're not really playing with the same lineup in and each and every week, right? And that was the part of why I said we're on an upper trajectory as far as our defense go, because we're starting to get our top defensive players back, which is going to help some of the errors that we've been making on the back end. It's going to clean up. And some of the things that people keep talking about are players that should be in there. Well, they have to be in there because we got players that's hurt. But with everybody healthy coming back during the bye week, that's giving us time to prep. That's giving us an extra week of prep for us to go on a run. Simple.
yeah, I'm with you. I hope they do go on a run. I mean, I see them, in my mind, I don't see them losing the game. I think they'll go. I think they'll go on a complete winning streak if they do it right. I just
facts.
don't want.
who said that?
I don't want. Huh?
You said you don't see them losing the game.
No,
Correct.
they're not gonna lose another.
I don't see them losing the game if they do it right and don't be listen because in my like these past two games I was sitting back and I was thinking, okay, is Coach Prime and them getting are they comfortable? Meaning, since they already done met expectations with those 3 wins, is it just okay now we possible bowl game, but we had already won 3 games more than what people had us winning. Like now we could just cruise it. In my mind, I'm thinking like, shoot, go for the gusto, win them all. I think they can do it. They just gotta. This game is gonna pretty much, to me, tell me what's in store for the future.
We need this game. This
We
this
need
is a
this game,
big.
bro. We can't. This
It's a
is a
lot
game,
different than
bro.
4-2 and 3-3.
This is the
This is
game
a
right here that they
big
gotta
game.
win. They gotta win this game, and they don't have to win it convincingly, but they have to win to to build up momentum. Because right now, I mean, shoot, USC, you can see now, like the media is kind of talking about Colorado, but they ain't like they before they was. Like it's like every time I turn on the TV, it's Dion commercials everywhere. Like God dang, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of simmering down, but they need to win this game to kind of get the car going again.
That's the
So
problem, bro. You can't base your expectations off the media, bro. The media got y'all so hyped up, you thinking they gonna win every game. Like you can't do that,
bro,
dog.
what you think the
It's the
NFL come
media.
with? What you think the NFL come with? The NFL come with all that. So it's a gift and a curse in a way. But I kind of feel what Coach Prime is saying when he said,
If the team
okay,
that's
a lot of these guys want to play, but then when the
Can't hear you, Jonas. You cutting out, bro.
But John is basically saying is you can't get overhyped by the media feeling like we can win every game. That's what he's
Hey,
saying.
I say this, Rob.
I
Y'all
ain't
really believe, bro. Coach Prime did a beautiful job of that, but at the end of the day, it's the year to get me now.
I
all
listen
right.
though.
So
But listen, when you
this is
break it
why I say
down,
they can win every game.
hold on.
There's no other quarterback play. There's no other quarterbacks right now that are better than Shador that I could see if they were to get in a shootout, they could keep up with them.
Man, listen.
Maybe Washington State, and that's late. Maybe Washington State, but
Man,
these other schools, I think he's better. I think when it comes to quarterback play, we're better than a lot of these schools.
yeah, but the quarterback play is solely based upon the O-line play. Y'all,
No, it
at the
don't,
end of the
man.
day, bro. Y'all gonna get beat up on, bro.
How
No,
does
it
That's how it
quarterback
don't.
play have to
goes.
do with O line play?
No, it
How?
don't, man. If
Tell
he's
me how.
mobile, he can get out of the
What?
situation. USC.
You
Tell me
need
how.
you need
Who is
time.
that talking?
You need
That's
time,
Lawrence.
bro.
The
Of
one that
course
got
it's Lawrence.
six. The one that got six on the call.
Super fan.
How does quarterback play and O line play? Shador is the best quarter. He will be the best quarterback on the field
Preach.
when they play the rest of their
brother.
opponents by
This
far.
man said, "Tell me
So what
how
does that have to do with
O-line
the
play."
whole?
What?
So
What's the question?
tell me how the O-line play is going to affect that statement right there. Shedeur Sanders is going to be the best quarterback on the field for the rest of their games.
I'm not answering that, bro.
So how's the O-line play going to deter that?
I'm not answering that.
Bro.
Hey,
Anybody in
Lord,
the chat, anybody can chime in on that.
He didn't
Anybody tell me.
already showed you that it really is obsolete. Like the O line is obsolete. Like he's playing at a high percentage, bro. He's well over 70% in every game with the
That's
lack
fine.
thereof.
He could put up stats. It doesn't translate to winning.
Bro, we
It
are
will.
3-2. What are you talking
It will.
about? We're 3-2.
It will the rest of the season.
Hold on, time out. We are 3-2. What are we talking?
Okay, look at the games y'all won though. A dog fight, TCU.
Then you just say a win was a win.
Nebraska.
Then you
Listen,
one
asked me
earlier
to
to just
answer
say
it.
a win's a win.
You asked me to answer it. I'm finna answer it.
One
Hold
at a time. One at a time.
Y'all want the answer. So the answer is, thank you, J-Dot. Thank you. At the end of the day, look at the games y'all played. Let's start from game one. It was a shootout at TCU. That game could have went either way. Okay, you won. Congratulations. You beat one team. You come back. You play using a deadlock team with a bad Nebraska team. Trash. Like Nebraska's trash. Using a deadlock. Those turnovers, their turnovers. The turnovers you didn't force killed them. Okay, you won that game. Using a deadlock with a much less talented CSU team, since y'all like to speak on talent. Then you stepped up in competition to play the real big boys, smacked. Then you got smacked the whole first half. The whole first half. You came back. You made it a game. Okay, cool. But going forward, when you playing these teams that have recruited at this level periodically and there's deeper, even if they have players that get injured, they're still going to have better depth than what you have at the end of the day. So they're going to be able to play with you because you are a notoriously slow starting team. So when you start slow, it doesn't lead to you where you can come back or play from behind without a good O-line. If you're going to have good stats, yes. If you throw the ball 45 times the game in college football, chances is, yes, you're going to have some stats, but it's not going to translate to winning. Is he an elite quarterback? Yes. He's an elite quarterback. But other players, that the stats he have, all quarterbacks across the country are having those stats. He's not the only one. It's plenty more that has those same comparable stats, bro.
This the difference, Lord Dog. Those 5 games are behind us. You've heard people in this chat, in the panel already say, look, this team is still gelling. All right. So everything you said it could be 100% true, but it's week 6. So you got to also factor in that the coaches, the players are doing their job to get better. So as the team gets healthier, they're going to address all those holes that you just brought up. The O-line, yes, the O-line is a factor because he has to have time to throw the ball. But if we're scoring almost 40 points a game, you think we're not going to continue scoring 40 points a game? And then you think that the defense is not going to step up? So
I don't, bro. Listen, bro.
Come on, man.
Can I chime in real quick on your?
I say this, and I'm gonna let y'all.
You got to be realistic too, bro.
Documentation beats conversation, bro. Documentation beats conversation. What you guys put on film, what you guys put on film is who you are. So all this, what y'all talking about, I'm talking about what's on film. I'm talking about the games you played and what we've looked at and what it says you are. This is what you are.
So let me chime in real quick.
You could talk great.
Question to you, Dog. And I'm asking you this just on some real stuff. What you seen out of the second half, you don't think that they can build off that going into these next games?
No, bro.
Why not?
The O-line, bro. The O-line and your trenches is weak, bro. I've been screaming it, bro.
I'm not looking at nothing. I said the second half of the game. So you said the second half of the USC game that the offensive line played terrible.
Yes, they still was playing terrible, bro.
You're not being realistic, Lord Dog.
But can I just say, if he feels that way, and this is what I always say, if he feels that way, we're fundamentally not even starting off at the same argument. So what's the point? Y'all are engaging in things that he doesn't agree with. He's not going to agree.
No, he disagreed with just not the line. He disagreed with Shador not being the best quarterback, like moving forward and all this other stuff. So that's what I was trying to
I
rebut.
just said he's an elite quarterback, bro. But at the end of the day, this is a team game, bro. Football is not a one-man show. Everything is ran together. One person on the defense not doing their job can give up a touchdown, bro. At the end of the
Check
day.
this out, Lord Dog. Check this out. Against ASU, I'm saying, listening to the coaches for Colorado, this game should be out of hand. It should be over by the first half.
Okay.
Can I just say though, I think, and I've been quiet, I've been listening. I just want to say, coaches have coaches speak. They're not ever going to say too much negative about their team. And I feel like what they've done is they've done a great job of making us believe, meaning us, the fans. We believe, right? We're bought in. We can defend any point. We know all of our players, like, we got it, because that's how in tuned we are. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to come out and say, let me tell you guys who's terrible and who we need to replace and why we're never going to be able to do this. That's not their job, because they still have to encourage their team as well. So I think we're putting so much on, like, what the coach said, but, like, realistically, the coach can say we have the best defense in college football. That's not true. I think they're saying things that they have to get their team going. I don't think the coach said something is a good argument, because the coach has to say positive stuff, a little bit of negative, and then build them back up with positivity. That's coaching. So I don't understand the point we're making where we say, like, coach said, well, he said we're going to, well, yeah, they hope that we're going to come out and be amazing, like we all do. But so far, based on what I'm seeing, it's like up and down. I don't know who we're going to get on Saturday. I have no.
So I got you. I understand what you're saying, right? But the coaches make adjustments, and the coaches, they game plan. Let's say this week they game plan to Arizona State. They're addressing the slow starts. So the coach is going, like, I'm sure most of us have played football, right? So what you're gonna do this week, they're going to make sure that the game plan that's laid out there for the offense is going to be aggressive. They're going to get started in the first half. What I'm saying is the game should be out of hand in the first half. Shador should not have to play in the second half. Meaning they should run up, they should be efficient. They should score. They should start fast. Regardless of how good and bad the offensive defensive line is, we're putting up points in the second half. Now we're gonna flip that and we're gonna do all of that in the first half, hopefully. And then what I'm saying, this is my prediction, and this is what I feel we should see, that the team is gelling and is good. The game should be out of hand in the first half, because if we're putting up 40 points in the second half, then we should put up 40 points in the first half, regardless of how good or bad the offensive line is.
So
I wouldn't say that.
If you believe that, what have you seen over the past 5 weeks that says that we're going to start executing, start implementing, and our players are actually going to do it? That's my whole thing. Like, what
leadership.
have you seen?
I see leadership. I see players taking accountability. I see Shador holding people accountable, and I see that Coach Prime is talking and putting his foot down a little bit more. So the only thing that's going to change that is the leadership, not anything else.
He believes.
No, it's not about belief, bro. It's about playing the sport. It's about playing the sport.
Go ahead, Lawrence.
No, I was going to add to what Out of Mind is saying. In addition to what have we seen, to your question, Tanisha, again, you have to have the talent for it to be a shootout, or for the offensive line not to be able to block, or for the defense to give up 21 points and a half. The other team has to have the same talent that Oregon had, that USC had. And that's not going to be on the schedule at least for the next few games, but honestly for the rest of the year until we get to the end of the year, and maybe with Utah or Oregon State. So just pointing to ASU, I just don't see them having the talent to match the energy that Oregon brought to that Oregon had in Eugene, and what USC brought to Boulder this past week.
I won't push back on that, because I think now CU still has a target on their back. We're moving forward. They're gonna get everybody's best. So regardless of if on paper that Colorado's players are better than they are, that doesn't mean anything. Like, I mean, if their coaches come, if when they play the game and their coaches coach them and they're well prepared, it's a completely different ball game. Like this, it's all about being prepared, man. So at the end of the day, you can have talent and stuff. You're not prepared, it's not going to translate. So what I'm saying is like with the ASU game, they just going to have to CU's going to have to basically just be like hitting on all cylinders. And I really don't see them blowing them out. But if they can be up like 14, you know what I'm saying, early, that's good enough for me, because I know that, at the end of the day, I mean, I just think that, I don't quarterback play. I don't see that them coming back, saying even from 14 points. Even if Kelly, has the right defensive players in, because I mean, scheme wise is there. It's just he just needs to plug and play. So if he plug and play right, then I mean, I say 14, throughout the whole game, maybe 21 is cool, and we can kind of build on that. But I don't see them like, I can't just say like Arizona, like them blowing them out, because mentally I really don't think like they don't have the trenches there to even do that. Like, just all they need to do is win, bro. Win. Forget blowing people out. Like, we just need to win. And styles make fights.
But look, my thing is, bro, how y'all gonna sit here and say the offensive line bad, the defensive line bad, they're not getting no better, but the good parts of the team are going to get worse. Like, the offensive line bad, the defensive line bad, while we losing games. But the reason why we winning games is our skill position. But all of a sudden, that's going to stop.
Exactly.
I don't understand it.
That's not what Bill said.
That's definitely what he said.
I want to go back to the target on the back that you mentioned, Sean. To the best players that are on CU's roster, that's nothing new. They've had a target on their back for the last couple of years, especially Shedeur, especially the best players, Shedeur and Travis. They had a target on their back all last year when they was getting the SWAC's, the SWAC's best. But at the end of the day, talent won out in those games. Except when they got to the Celebration Bowl, but they were a little bit shorthanded. Talent won out when they had a target on their back for their best players on this roster. So I don't think that's something to worry about or anything new. They're on every channel. Every time you turn on the TV, you see CU this, CU that. I'm coming.
They lost the Celebration Bowl because of defense.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said they were short-headed.
They lost Celebration Bowl because they dropped touchdown at the end of the game.
Yeah. Hold on. Now, when you say talent,
I forgot about that.
Now, which y'all got? So y'all got an elite quarterback in what? Travis Hunter. I mean, that's basically.
Come on, bro.
What else is super elite? What else?
No. Their skill. They're collectively their skill positions. I don't think they're matched. Again, you can make an argument for Utah at the end of the year, even Oregon State. But if you look straight ahead to Arizona State at the skill position, they're top notch.
Let me answer this.
Get content, Lord Dog. Bro, the Patriots had an elite quarterback, some really good, a couple of good offensive linemen, an elite coach, and they done won how many Super Bowls?
But they had an elite defense
he was talking about the secondary, and I wanted to answer that because it's not about that, man. We already know where the lack of talent is. The corners say, like, we know Travis a dog. We know we only seen a glimpse of McClain this weekend. But what I'm saying is, whoever they had in on the back end of the game, it's really just effort, man. Because the scheme, there's only 4 defenses you can run. You can cover man, 2, 3, and 4. And then you can kind of get exotic. But if you just give effort, which they did at the end of the game, that's all you need, bro. And with the offense, that's it. Like, I mean, we know he's going to get his, them top 5 and, transfers in next year. Then we can have a different conversation. But for right now, we already know what we know. It's just defensively, it's plug and play and give me effort. And what I saw was the plug and play was at the end of the game when they didn't even I don't even think they scored a touchdown. USC maybe 7, but damn, shoot, keep them same dudes in and start and coach effort, man. That's it.
And the mentality is to dominate. So if the mentality is to dominate, and if they're efficient, how many points is Arizona
Y'all
State?
haven't dominated all year, bro.
Nah.
The
I feel you,
mentality,
bro. What
domination
I'm
is
saying,
nowhere around.
I respect
We
that. You
dominated
right.
Nebraska, bro.
You right. You right. Let's say, okay, you right. But this is week 6. Week 5. Week 5 is done. So now you played. We played. You know the progression keeps going. You get stronger during the year as long as you don't have injuries. But as the guys keep coming back from the injuries, they get healthy. You get stronger. So if the mentality is to dominate and then the play is efficient, how many points they gonna score? So that's not about believing. That's about execution, my dude. If we got the talent, and you see the talent showing up, and they've only played together for 6 games. I mean, for 5 games. So by week 6, you don't think they're gonna get better?
Bro, listen, y'all. Y'all not that elite of a team as far
It
as
ain't
talent,
gotta be
bro.
elite, my man.
Y'all
It
keep
don't
saying
gotta be.
talent, talent, talent. Y'all not elite like that, bro. I don't see why
Nah,
y'all don't understand that.
it ain't
Okay,
about being
Shadur and
elite.
Travis. So what is it about then? If
It's
y'all your
you just
basis, the
said,
basis of which y'all standing on is the talent should win out.
Low dog. Let me ask you a question, bro. For each, forget about Georgia. All right, Georgia is an anomaly. All right, let's look at in the NFL. Don't look at college. How many elite players are on each team?
Man, the NFL is a
I
different
mean,
sport, bro. You
they
can't
all
really.
elite. If you're in
They
the
all
league, you
elite in the
gotta be elite,
NFL,
bro.
bro. Pretty much.
But you know what I mean. If all is relative, who's the star player? How many are the star players on
They
each
all are
team?
not elite, bro. They got levels to this. Everybody in
Right.
the NFL is not
I
elite.
mean, but
Thank
I'm
you.
saying
Thank
though,
you.
why let's just take it to college, bro. Let's just leave it there, bro.
Okay,
When we
okay.
talk
So
about that.
talk about college. All right, talk about college. We in the Pac-12. You saying that we not elite like that, but you're
Yeah.
taking away. You're trying to say like every team has to have a
Okay,
team
when I say,
of
let
elite
me answer this.
players.
Let me tell you why y'all not elite like that. Okay, maybe somebody doesn't have a Travis Hunter and a Shadur.
Hold up. Answer that question because
I'm trying to answer it, bro.
you bringing up a new topic.
Okay, what's the question, bro?
My question is why like we have elite players. So each team, how many like above elite players do they have?
Who?
Each team, any team, the average team, on the average level, how many teams have
Bro, you
like
can't really,
12?
you can't
How many
really,
elite players is on USC?
bro. They got plenty of them, bro.
No.
Let me just
Brendan
Give a
Rice.
number.
I'm
You
trying to
want
Give
answer
Brendan
the
us a
question,
number.
Rice?
bro. Can I just answer the question, bro?
All right.
This is how I'm going to answer that question, bro. Because it's the best way I can answer it. At the end of the day, bro, maybe they don't have a Shador because he's super elite. He's the best quarterback in the nation, and maybe they don't have a Travis, a 2-way like Travis. But you mean to tell me you don't think these teams got a Jimmy Horn or a Xavier Weaver? Y'all just now got a 14 a Marion Miller that's just up and arrived. You mean to tell me they don't have those type players on their team? Let's go to the secondary. You don't think these teams have a Kamani or
So
a Marion Cooper? Let me finish. A Marion Cooper, a Trevor Woods, a Juju was just at ASU. They don't have a Juju. They don't have a Derek McClendon. Like, come on, bro. These players are not super elite players, bro. You really think that?
wait. Don't just answer the question because look, if you look at the numbers in the USC game, Jimmy Horn had more receiving yards than the comparable player on USC.
Yeah,
The
but
running back had 84 yards. Hank had 74 yards. Shador had a total of 410 yards, but 371 passing. Caleb had 384 pass. I mean, my man, what you saying?
right.
If so hold up.
Listen,
So the Jimmy Horn over there and Zacharias Branch didn't play. So the
right.
Jimmy Horn on USC didn't outperform the Jimmy Horn on Colorado.
Right,
The
but
run
when did it translate though? At the end of the day, did you win the game?
Okay, no, I'm with you 100% on that. I'm with you. You there's no argument for wins versus losses. The point that we are saying to you, because you are saying y'all not elite like that.
So hold on, how can you take away our 3 wins then if you say that we win the game, bro?
I'm
That's
not
what I don't
taking
get.
away your 3 wins, bro. I gave you credit for those wins, but I also
Okay.
asked you, did you look at how y'all won those games?
Yeah, I
Law
own
dog,
up to.
law dog.
But I get. I listen. I understand how we won those games, but this is what I understand. There was no film, right? Nobody knew what to expect from Colorado at the time. So what we wanted to do with the lack thereof, we could get away with it because there was no film. So teams didn't know. If you moving forward now, fast forward now, there's film. So
Okay,
again,
let me ask you this.
everything's got to get better from a scheming
Right.
side
Thank you.
of it because like you said, the talent it may be there, but then again, it's probably not there. But at the end of the day, it's all about effort. We got to just keep getting effort and keep getting smarter and keep being better on scheme. That's it. That's all we got to do because we can't get any more transfer. Nobody's different. Nobody better is walking through the door. We got to
Okay.
play what we got to play.
We have the talent.
Okay, true enough. Okay, y'all keep saying talent. Y'all keep saying talent. I seen a comment. I didn't say Shador was the best in the nation. I just said this is their point. To the talent argument, right? If we just purely speaking about a talent argument, explain to me the CSU game as far as talent.
How many games have CSU
Hold on,
won?
let me finish. Because we just want to. I can't hear you, old man. Yo, you kind of low, bro. We can't really hear you, bro.
That wasn't me.
No, I think that. Oh, I thought somebody was speaking.
No, I'll speak though. I kind of don't understand your guys' argument because all teams have talent. The difference between elite is depth. Colorado, they might not be really have talent on the O line, but if they have depth, they would be much better.
But you said, hold on, but you said they don't have the depth, correct?
They don't.
Okay, hold on.
On the O line only, but they have elite players, skilled players.
What do y'all call an elite? Like,
yeah.
What does elite mean? Can somebody give me a definition of the word?
We asking Law Dog to define what is the upper echelon of elite because
he already did. He said Travis Hunter style. He just said Travis Hunter, those type of players. We know we don't have
an elite player is a game changer.
A full roster full of Travis Hunters, man. We already know that. I didn't say elite, but I guess he's taking the word elite and running with it.
No, that is what y'all saying. Y'all keep saying.
I didn't say that.
We're not
I didn't say that.
Nobody's saying that.
I didn't say that.
So
I just said that we already know. I already said we already know the lack of talent. Like, you know what I'm saying, as far as what the USCs and the Oregons have. Coach Prime already said that. Like, I mean, come on, this first year.
What makes you think a ASU doesn't? What makes you think a ASU can walk in there and play USC how they played them, and they ain't gonna be able to play y'all like that? Like how?
No, I said that.
No. With that being said, hold on. Time out.
Then I wasn't talking to you. Then I was talking to.
Time out. When you look at ASU is not the same team they was when they played USC. Let's just get one thing straight. Let's just get that straight out the door. Though they have sustained a lot of injuries since that game against USC. Do they have the scheme and the personnel to fit to cause CU a problem? Yes, they do. But overall, talent wise, depth wise, they do not match up with CU.
Bro, listen, like I said, bro, documentation beats conversation. What does that mean? If you look at the last 5 games you guys played, it tells you what type of team you guys are. It's dismissing that.
Okay, so if you look at the 5 last game, what it takes from ASU? Come on, man. Like we're comparing apples to oranges right now.
It tells me that they're not a very good team overall right now, but you're not either. So,
okay. So
my point being, you can lose this game. My point being is, chances is you're going to lose this game. Why do I believe you're going to lose this game? because I don't believe that you're good in the trenches with the rest of the teams on the roster. You
So
don't match up well there. Everybody has receivers, bro.
so
Whether
so
they
Lardar, so you mean to tell me that they're missing 3 starting offensive linemen, but you're gonna tell me that they're better offensive line than
yes,
ours?
bro. Yes.
Come on, man. Come on,
Them
bro.
I
players,
have a
Come
bro,
on,
y'all
question.
bro.
got
You
listen,
I have a
y'all
losing
question,
got
a
some
lot
Law
of
Come
players,
Dog.
on,
listen,
bro.
y'all got
Law
some
Come
Dog.
on,
players from
bro.
Missouri
How does
State.
Arizona beat Colorado? How does Arizona beat Colorado, Law Dog?
Because over the years, they've constantly recruited better than you.
No, they have a new
No,
coach. This is not
It
over the
doesn't
years.
matter, but
They have a new
Bro.
coach.
Law
No,
Dog. This game,
I'm
be
not.
specific. How does Arizona State beat Colorado
I'm gonna
Saturday?
tell you how they beat Colorado. First of all, number one, documentation beats conversation. I've looked at the
No,
film. Bro, you want
Lardar.
me to
specific,
answer a
man.
question
That's
or
what
what?
So,
Bro,
they.
you asking me a question. I'm trying to answer it. Y'all
but
gonna cut me off, bro. What we
no,
doing?
hold on. My question, but here's what I'm saying to you, Lardar. You say you watch film, but they got players that's been hurt that's not even playing. So what you watch and what
Now
Bro,
they're
let
gonna
him
I'm
beat.
let him finish.
speaking.
Let him finish out. Now let
God
him finish
damn,
out.
bro.
I want to hear. I want to hear what he got to say from you because that's
Who
I
question am
want
I
to.
answering? I'm talking to 3 different people.
Okay,
Nah,
old man,
just finish.
33.
Just
Arizona
finish.
State beat
Just finish
Colorado.
what you was about to say. Just finish what you was about to say.
Okay, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like I said, my main point is documentation beat conversation, bro. On what we've seen over the last 5 weeks, Colorado has showed us who they are. See what I'm saying? With that being said, I'm predicting a 6-6 season with a bowl game eligibility. The reason being, the reason
You're not answering the question. How they gonna
Yeah, he's
lose?
not.
I'm giving you an overall of why.
We're not asking
We
for
don't want
overall. Tell us
overall.
Okay,
how
We're
what are you
Arizona
specific.
asking,
State
bro?
gonna
What are you
win.
asking?
Hold on, hold
How
on.
does Arizona State beat
Relax.
Colorado?
How did they beat them? They beat them up front. They blitzed the hell out of Shador. They blitz the hell out of Shador. Could constantly bring pressure, and you run the ball. You establish runs, and you pick and take your shots against the weak corners. Kamari played a decent game, but I feel like he still could be taken advantage of. He young. He wet behind the ears.
Who gonna throw the
Uh,
ball, Lord Dog? Lord Dog, who gonna throw the ball?
man, nigga, I can go out there and throw it against CU, bro. They
Man,
they
But
not
you're
that damn
not.
good,
Now
what
you
are we
wilding.
doing?
Now you wilding,
bro.
bro.
Y'all
Come
giving
on,
up 40
man. Like,
points a
we listen.
game, bro. Y'all giving up 40 points a game.
We
Talk
score
about
40
that.
a
Y'all give
game.
up 40
We score
points a
40 a
game.
game. We
But
score 40 a game.
what is
We score
I
40
want
a
to hear?
game.
I want to hear about documentation beats conversation. What does
Bro,
that
look
have
at
to
the
apply to
film, bro.
USC?
Look at the
Okay,
film.
okay. So you said trenches. Then what else?
That's where the game start and end
Yo,
at, bro. Through
if
the
there's
trenches,
any
bro. What are you
team,
talking about?
listen, can I just say this? If there's any team that you want to use documentation to determine what kind of team they are, then it's Arizona State. Herm Edwards, in the years he was there, recruited great. He had all
Right,
kinds of players. Hold up,
right.
he had all kinds of players and they sucked. So that's documentation. Now all those players transferred out. And none of those players, like not most of those real skilled players like Jaden Daniels and all them, the running backs they had, the wide receivers that went to the league and everything like that, they're not there, bro. And then they got a new coach who recruited new people. So over the years, what are you talking about over the years? They just as new as Colorado. So this is your points are not on this point. You make a lot of good points and you got a good argument. But on
But
this
what?
one
All
right
right.
here, you wilding
All right.
right
Bro,
now.
All right. So
listen, bro.
here, hold on. Let's break this down. And this is me and Laudar talking. Offensive skill wise, receiver for receivers, who got the best receivers?
Probably y'all.
Running backs, who got the best running backs?
I don't know.
You know what you mean? The second, third
You
string for
can't really. You
ASU is
can't.
out.
Okay,
They only
listen.
got one running back.
I'll take ASU because they O line.
That's
So
crazy.
leave
You can
that
have an
alone.
opinion,
No,
but
hold
say
on.
you don't know.
Hold on.
That's crazy.
And this is the question I'm asking because I want some clarity, right?
Okay, I'll take ASU. I'll take ASU.
With one running back, the second, third stream, and fourth stream down, and they only got the first stream.
Yeah, I
Okay,
believe they still gonna be able to run the ball on y'all. No
okay,
problem.
He's
no
right.
problem.
Arizona State's a better running team right now.
No, that I got it. Offensive line, you gonna go ASU with three
For sure.
starting offensive linemen down.
Yes.
Okay, defensive line,
ASU for sure.
linebackers, and they started middle linebackers out. Their other linebacker quit, so they're down to the third and fourth string on linebackers.
Okay, with that being considered, okay, I will go with a weak Colorado linebacker
Okay,
position.
secondary.
I probably still take Arizona State.
Man, come on, bro.
Bro, you
Should've
asked me,
wasted
so
All
I,
right,
time,
so listen,
dog.
hold on.
bro.
Should've wasted
In their
time,
secondary,
dog.
no,
Yeah,
these are facts that I'm saying. They starting secondary. They starting corners. Both of the starting corners, left and right, are out the game. So you watch film.
Matter, bro.
Both of those corners out.
Bro,
They only got their safety.
listen, bro. Y'all start a Trevor Woods, bro. Where would he start anywhere in the nation? Where would he start?
But listen what
Y'all
I'm
got
saying.
him out there starting. Y'all keep trying him out there every game, no matter how bad he is. He keep coming out there starting, and y'all keep acting like y'all some elite team, bro. He won't start nowhere in the nation, bro.
But why are you bringing up Trevor
nowhere
Woods?
in the Pac-12 with Trevor Woods be on the field, and y'all
I'm
still
asking you to
walking
break
about
down.
there.
Listen, I'm breaking down position by position with you, and so I'm
Bro,
trying to
it
see how
doesn't
you
matter,
get ASU
bro.
when you favor Colorado.
Listen, bro.
That's all he can take and run with. That's all he can catch on and run with.
Jonas, bro, like cool all that out, bro, because you that Oregon game. I've been here before with y'all, bro. So y'all see what I'm talking about. Y'all see what I'm talking about.
Cam Silver and Craig better than their whole defense. That's all you can latch on and run with it. Trevor Woods.
Man, Cam Silver and Craig better than their whole defense, bro. That don't even make sense, bro.
Hey, Big LT, what's happening, man? Talk to us.
What's going on with y'all, man?
Y'all see, bro.
Hey, man. You know, who was that? Loud. He said Law Dog. That's his name.
Yeah, that's me, bro. I'm Law Dog, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't think nobody's saying that Colorado is elite, but I do believe they better than some of the average teams out there. Because I mean, damn, the average teams out there that you would assume that's better. They didn't put up the performance against USC like Colorado did. My bad, y'all. They out there cutting the grass.
I just say this, bro. Make sure these same faces in here, bro. I want to see y'all after this game, bro.
We always.
So what is your end goal? Is you looking for Colorado to lose? Is you looking for them for the fans, for the Colorado fans? No, hold on. You looking for the fans? You looking forward for sad faces on fans because you telling us to come back to you know what I'm saying to losing and stuff.
No,
Honestly
I'm
sound like
not,
you
bro.
want
I'm
to see
just
us
giving.
lose, bro.
No, bro. I'm not. Listen, bro. At the end of the day, bro, I'm telling you what type of team y'all. Y'all are 6-16, bro. It's the year to get me now, bro.
What's
Prime
wrong with
already said
that?
it, bro.
What's the matter with that though?
I never said that was wrong with that, bro. It's the super fans, bro, that think y'all gonna win out the rest of the season.
We could.
All right, bro. You right, bro. You
Hey,
right.
what's going on, people? What's the topic, Law Dog?
You
What
right.
we talking about, man?
Law Dog versus
I mean, you act like it's
I
not
just got off
impossible for
work.
them
I came
to
late.
win out for
Bro,
the
they
season.
not that good of a team, bro, and it's okay, bro. They not that good right now. I don't see why y'all
Hey,
can't
Lord Dog,
understand
what's
that.
the point of any given Saturday, any given Sunday? What's the point of any given Saturday, any given Sunday?
That's the same thing I'm saying to you, bro.
Okay,
That's the same thing I'm saying to you.
I'm
The
with you.
point you
I'm
just
with you
made
on that.
is what I'm saying, bro.
Law, you got Arizona State this week, Law?
You said what?
Law Dog.
You got Arizona State this
Yes,
week?
bro. I got y'all losing, bro. Who want to bet?
What's your reason why?
Law Dog. So
Who want to bet?
how good
Anybody
was?
want to bet?
I got 100. I got 100.
Well,
That's
straight
a
up,
bet, bro. You got it's $100 bet.
Adam put
It's
another 50.
$100. It's $100 straight up,
Adam,
Jonas.
listen, Adam gonna put another 50. We win by 10 or more.
No, 6 or
Bet.
more, 7 or more.
So Law Dog, what would you? So what would you rate? What
Bet.
would you grade? Tulane roster from last year. What was their roster? What was their grade on their roster
They
last
had a
year?
solid 10, bro. That was a good Tulane team that beat USC.
Yeah, you
They
right.
But I'm
they had
saying,
a
would
few
you say
players
that?
in the
Would you would have said
NFL.
that week 2? Would you would have said that week 2 of Tulane season last year?
What?
I said
I said
after week 8, you could say that last year about Tulane. When they
What? How can I base something around week 2, bro?
Because you're doing that against Colorado. What he's saying is,
y'all been playing 5 weeks.
Okay, but
bro, was you saying that? Was you saying that after the TCU game and after the Nebraska game?
I said y'all looked good, but I said this is what I said at the Nebraska game. Go check it out. I said Nebraska had y'all in the gridlock, bro, until the quarterback start turning the ball over, bro.
Yeah, you did say that, the Law. Then you came back USC, said they're gonna win. So this week you saying Arizona State gonna be.
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah, that's why I said you change your week to week. So that's why I said what you saying this week. I ain't hear you, so that's why I was asking.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Last week I said y'all was gonna beat USC.
Yeah.
I changed my prediction later in the week, and it was like, you know what? I think they can beat them, bro. And they almost came back and beat them.
So what you saying this week? That's what I'm saying. What you saying this week?
I think they're gonna lose this week, bro.
What's your reason why?
Well, yeah, what? Arizona?
I just
asked what's your reason why, Law.
Listen, I'm gonna say it one more time for everybody to make it clear.
Please
bro.
don't say documentation.
That's a fact, bro. But I ain't gonna talk
Then
about
who's
that,
throwing
bro.
the ball? Who's their quarterback over
Bro,
there, man?
listen, bro. It
Let us
doesn't
speak.
matter,
Let us
bro.
speak.
You are a notorious
It
slow
don't
starting
matter.
team, bro.
Hey, go ahead, Law. Tell me what you talking about,
Bro, you
Law.
can hand the ball off and beat CU, bro.
What?
You
Man,
you said because Arizona State they gonna win because they can run the ball.
They just gonna beat them up, bro. They gonna beat
Okay.
up on CS. They gonna beat up on Colorado, bro.
They gonna bully them. Basically, what you saying.
Exactly,
Nah,
bro.
you
They gonna get
tripping, brother.
bullied down there in
You
Arizona,
tripping, brother.
in Temple, Arizona.
They gonna
They gonna go
bully.
down there and get bullied
How
on,
come
bro.
Nebraska
Nebraska was bullying y'all, bro. The quarterback kept turning the ball over.
Law, you gotta love Law. What's the day? Wednesday? Yes, Law Day Wednesday.
Bro, that quarterback couldn't keep up with Shador, man. We
Man,
already know
listen,
that we're
bro.
gonna
All
lose
y'all
that
super
game.
fans, bro. The only person
Yeah,
that
why Nebraska didn't do all that?
bro, I just told you why, bro.
That quarterback, they didn't have a good quarterback.
Who were you about to
Man,
say?
But they don't need no quarterback if they just running the ball.
With
Like
the,
if
with,
what he
bro,
said, he said they don't need no quarterback. They just gonna run the
right.
ball and beat up on them.
Man,
But
I
Hold
can
on,
Why
go
hold on,
out
hold on,
there.
Nebraska
hold
didn't
on,
do
hold
that?
on, hold on,
his
hold
last year,
on,
never got a
hold
Super
on,
Bowl.
Y'all give
hold
up
on.
40
Hey,
points a
listen,
game.
listen. We gotta go one at a time. I know we all excited and everything.
Hey,
Miss
I love
Tanisha,
the
go ahead.
entertainment.
Miss Tanisha, go ahead.
who? What was you about to say? Who were you about to say are super fans?
No, I wasn't about to say that. I said the only person that understand what's really going on is you in old school, bro. The rest of y'all don't know what y'all talking about, bro. Straight
you
up.
sound I don't know
I,
what I'm talking about. Law dog.
yeah, most of y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
Oh,
Most of y'all are just Colorado fans, bro. Y'all don't really watch football for real.
Okay.
Crazy boy. You
okay.
must be talking about the other folk on the panel.
Yeah, that's who you must be talking about. This
And
Frankie you
okay,
talking about, Law dog. I don't.
man, listen, bro. Y'all not. I'm
Right.
talking about the
Because
game.
I've been
I'm
following.
not talking about
I've been
just watching.
playing football since Pee Wee League.
Yeah,
Brother,
but
ain't
Exactly.
been following
yeah, but
Jackson.
I'm talking
So
Been
about.
I
following Prime since
But
he
I'm.
was out here in Dallas.
But I'm.
It's always one. It's always
I'm
one that say
talking
something
about
stupid out
more
there.
than
It's
just
always
watching the
one.
game, bro. I'm
It's
talking about
always
more than
one that
just
say something
watching.
Hey,
stupid out
hey,
there.
one at a time.
I'm
One
talking
at a
It's
about
time.
always
more than
one.
just watching the game, bro. Y'all just watch the game. Fans will
But
watch
No,
the game.
you're the
no,
only one to
no,
analyze the
no.
game.
Don't assume. We played. Some of us played too.
Okay, that's
Don't assume.
good, bro.
It's
I
always one
played too,
person,
bro.
bro.
Exactly. So if you played,
I
you should know.
You should be in the league.
can
I
I just
was in the
ask?
league.
I just have
Look
a
me up.
question.
Type my name in.
Why you
He
still
don't
not
gotta
there?
be in the
Not
league, but he
type.
should know.
Oh,
He should know.
this
That
bitch
what
said
he's saying
Google
right now
boy.
is crazy.
Hey, all right, hold on, hold on, hold
What?
on. What'd you
So
say,
can I
Miss
just
Tanisha?
ask just a question after y'all get done googling law? Um, can can we go
If I got
around?
to Google you, it mean it ain't really who you say you
Can
are.
What you mean if you gotta Google me, nigga?
He
If I
like,
got
God.
to Google you, then you ain't really that dude. It's like there's certain
Yeah,
people
all
you ain't
right.
got to
I
Google
have
them. You
one?
heard me?
Yeah, all right.
Have one quick.
Hey, can
Yeah,
we
all
relax?
right. It sound good.
I just have a question.
All right, I'm muting everybody. I'm muting everybody.
All
All right,
right.
go ahead, Miss Tanisha.
My question is, everybody on this panel, I want to know yes or no. Do we think, based off what we've seen from Colorado so far, that we will go out on Saturday and execute? I don't want to hear just a yes or no. Do you think, after everything that we've seen, after everything that we've witnessed, these 5 games, that
Yes.
this is the Saturday that from jump, right? So whether it's offense or defense who gets the ball, that the first, let's just say, first 5 possessions that we have, do we believe that we will execute during those first 5
Yes.
possessions?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I say yes if they commit to the run early.
No,
No,
if,
it's a
but
yes or no.
Okay, no,
Yes.
if they don't commit to the run early.
I think the answer is
Yeah,
yes.
I say yes. And I think they score on 3 of them 5.
okay, Frankie, what do you think? He's talking on mute. I just know he is. Oh,
He
he
just dropped off.
I don't know. Okay,
Go ahead, Pastor.
my whole issue around all of this is I feel like lately we've just been lacking our execution. I think we're there. I think we're doing all the things, but at the end of the day, the execution is what I have. The consistent execution is what I have seen us missing, and if we don't go out and execute on Saturday, we will lose because you can't win. I've never played football, spoiler alert, but I can tell you that if you don't execute when you play any sport, because I did play volleyball, you will lose. And that's my biggest concern is, are we going to go out on Saturday and actually execute? We've started slow for like what, the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks? So when are we going to get that back? Like, when is our momentum going to start as soon as the ball is picked off, as opposed to when we come out of the locker room? That's my biggest concern about Saturday.
When they give a different look on offense.
Well, I think that soon as Prime changed that trash ass theme music, and then and if you go back and look at Jackson State, man, when Prime was down there, they started off slow too, especially in that 21 season when Shador was just getting rolling, man. But it took them probably like right about now, about 4 or 5 weeks until them, to really get it to get that offense on the same track because their defense was so strong, so that people didn't really just like how everybody right now is kind of up in arms. It's because that defense is weak. Jackson State defense was strong them first 2 years, so everybody wasn't just complaining about it now like everybody is right now, But I think it's just gonna take them a minute for them to jail. This week could be the week for them to get everything rolling and get these running backs going and that offensive line, blocking right.
So
I
we
think
think the difference in us being how we've been the past 5 weeks and us in the future, right, is going to be faster starts and some changes. We can all disagree on what the changes are, but a couple of changes on what we're seeing, like getting the running game going, potentially making some changes on defense. Not going to say this man's name today, but we think if we make a couple of changes here and there, the execution will then show up. Like, we think, I guess my question is, do we think we have the personnel to execute? Because I'm
yeah.
starting to wonder if we are running the wrong defense sometimes, and we don't have the right personnel in for certain things. And I feel like we're not adjusting to the personnel we have out there sometimes to execute correctly. That's what I feel.
I can agree with that,
Can I
Tanisha.
can I can I answer
I can
can I
agree.
answer that?
I don't care who answers that. I'm just curious to see
Well,
what somebody else
so
thinks.
what I think is what they need to do is just take the negative, the positive and the negative from last week. Basically just, what I'm saying, dissect that and implement everything positive going into this week. And then we'll be good to go. But as far as defensively, um, like I said, all it is just plug and plays, man, and this effort. Like last week, they got beat on a crossing route again. All the guy had to do was just bump him and knock him off course, but he didn't do that. So it's like little things like that. They have to, again, take the positives and the negatives and just implement it. And then I think we'll be good to go. That's all.
Well, Tanisha,
That's it.
the answer is simple, like what he just said, but also it's we have to see because we have the personnel, we have the coaching, and like my man just said, they didn't do the simple thing of like if you watch the defense, Coach Prime tell the DBs to jam them at the line, hit them on the left shoulder, hit them on the right shoulder, right? Push them to the inside or whatever. So it's like they're afraid to do it. Maybe they're afraid they don't want to get beat or they just not confident. But whatever the players reasoning for what they're not doing based on what they're being coached to do, we have no control or no idea why they're not doing that. For the hypothetical question that you're asking and the hypothetical answer, yes, we can, but we have to see. We have to see.
So you think we're calling the right defense? It's just
I,
players aren't doing the right things.
yes, because like I was saying earlier, where I was critical of Sean Lewis, right? So watching the game, like you gotta put two and two together. If we scoring 40 something points, something gotta be working. Yes, there's some broken plays and people score like from scramble, but they also are he's calling the game, right? So I believe that the coaches are doing what they're supposed to do, right? But we have personnel that's coming in and out the game, like Rob was saying earlier, and then personnel is coming back. So this is week 6. But we're gonna see as the season keeps going, as they get stronger and they start gelling. I believe and it's not about believe like having faith in them. I'm saying like from a football perspective, they're doing what the coaches are doing what they're supposed to do. Now it's time for the players to execute. So we got to see. At the end of the day, we can't. We have hope, but We got to see if they can put it together.
So one more question, then I'll shut up. Oh, go ahead, Pastor. Go for it.
I was just going to ask one question. I think you have an excellent point where when you say execution, are you talking about in the schemes? Because I too believe we're not using our personnel to their strengths sometimes. And it doesn't matter how much you try to tell the player to execute it. That's not their strength. It's not their strength. And the coaches aren't necessarily, in my opinion, adjusting to that. So, or are you saying execution as in we miss a lot of tackles? That's been going on all games. Is that an execution, or are you saying the scheme is the execution?
I'm saying I think it's a combination of both.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I sometimes I feel like the players aren't trusting the coaches because they're right there. And they're almost shocked that they're right there. And then you can see that kind of half a second thought of, oh crap, the guy's in front of me. And it's too late. He's already running past you.
That's what I think it is too. I believe that when I like she said, when you look at it, I think the schemes and the plays are called correctly, but it's not. I don't know if it's like the players are nervous, but they're hesitant almost. Like they were like she said, they waiting like a second or 2 seconds, a half a second late to commit on the play, or you know what I mean, or to finish the play out or something, man. Like it was a plenty of like like you said in their face, not jamming them or not getting physical with them as far as the corners, and then getting off the blocks. Where's the aggressiveness getting off the blocks? And I think it's a lot of it's a lot of got to do with a lot of personnel too. They just don't have the type of athletes to close in on those or even pursuing the ball. That's what Prime be main reason, and that's one of the main things he was talking about at practice and making the defense get off the field is because of laziness and lack of effort. There was a lot of lack of effort in that USC game. When that running back Lloyd made it, did that reversal back around field, I didn't see no effort to chase him to the other sideline. I didn't see no effort until that last cleat cross over that line. Somebody should have been on his head. You
They
know what I
did
mean?
pull some of
It
those
was just a
players
lot of
off.
lack of effort, man.
They did pull some of those
I
players
want
off the
to,
field.
y'all all saying basically everything I've been saying, but I'm going to say it a little different. And I hate to agree with the one guy, Love Dog. What's his name?
Law dog.
Law Dog, when he say documentation beats conversation. And I don't know if it kind of went over folks' heads, but he right in a way because it's like what we have on film is what teams are preparing for. So we keep coming out with the same looks. What you think is gonna happen? That's why we starting off slow. That's why we can't do X, Y, and Z on defense. So again, we got to come out. The only way I know that things are going to change is we come out different in the first and second quarter against ASU. Then I'll be more, confident. But if we don't get out of our old ways, then we're just going to be the same old thing over and over again. So yeah, uh, I can only hope and pray that because we don't know what's going on in practice and we don't know what's going on in these meetings. You know what I'm saying? We just got like well off media and all that stuff that we kind of like looking at, but we can only speculate. So the only thing we could do is just wait until Saturday and wait to see what they look like when Shador's behind center. If it's the same, four wide read, you know, that type of logic, or if they coming out with a strong max protect tight end, motioning, faking, diving option, uh, like all that movement, like that's what they got to do moving forward, and they got to get creative, and they got to do that to be able to be successful if they want to win these games. I
Okay,
think they can do it.
I have one more question, then I'll shut up. And this question is hella petty, so sorry. When our offense runs on the field and you all see number 3 and not 22, are you at home going, oh no? Like, what are you thinking? Or is it just me?
No,
Well,
no.
I'm thinking hell yeah, because Dylan's nice. It's just again, we already know we ain't got no line. We had a line, he'd be cold blooded. But it's just, we know we ain't got no line. That goes back to what I said
I'm a
again.
little
You
different.
gotta
I'm a little.
have, you gotta hold on, let me. That's
My
what I
bad. My
said
bad.
again. You gotta create. You gotta have different formations, different movements to get those backers out the box so they can create running lanes. Dylan's not Dylan. I don't care who you got, but you can have Derrick Henry back there. that 4 wide read, he not getting through there. You're gonna have to give him different fronts, different looks, motions, and stuff to get those playmakers the ball. That's the only way. That's the only way it's gonna work. I don't care who's back there. You just gotta know the game. You gotta be, and it goes back to what the one guy was saying. If you play football, if you know, you know. That's it. So that's my take on it.
I'm a little different. Like, yeah, I agree with you on the last part. When I see Dylan like this Saturday, I was going crazy because I'm like, well, after that interview that Big Dog Chico did with Dude Mom, I'm like, why he ain't playing? So if I don't see Alto back there, the only thing I can say is like, okay, this can't be a run up the middle. This can't be a run through the gap call, or it can't be a protection. You know what I mean? Like, why are you using Dylan Edwards to protect Shador when you got Smoke, you got Hank, you got Sevion Washington. So nah, I don't think that that's a good personnel call. I would rather see a 2-back set and Dylan Edwards would be like, swing or a toss, something to get him in space. So yeah, I'm petty with that too.
And also, this isn't a knock on Dylan's talent at all.
No, it's putting him in the best positions.
It's just like a different look. I feel like we come up with the same look and we run the same plays and it's the same 3 and out. And I'm like, duh. Like, of course it's going to be a 3 and out.
But if you notice, they tried that little, they tried the pass where he scored, those 2 touchdowns on. And again, it goes back. Documentation beats conversation. They knew they know he either they can't run the ball the middle, so he only in the game for them swing passes. Duh, that's common sense. Whenever they get in this look and he back there, that's all he can do. They one-dimensional.
Right, let me get off this panel so somebody else can jump on if they want to. Can you hear me?
What'd you say,
Is this working? I said, let me jump off here so somebody else can get on. Is there a limit, Rob? I saw something in the chat.
Oh no, you good. You good. We it's free.
Oh, okay, cool. It's free. Then you're stuck with me.
I think we all keep forgetting, man. Like at the end of the day, this stuff is common sense, and it's when you play a video game, when you playing Madden, man, you ain't I'm sure a lot of y'all play Madden. Y'all come out in different formations and different schemes. Y'all know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing in real football. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't keep doing the same thing and thinking the stuff's gonna just work because ASU is 1-4. Like, no, that's not. They might be a little bit better than us up front. We don't know that, but if you scheme to put your best players in the right position, offensively and defensively, then the sky's the limit, regardless of the talent. Like, you got to give folks that, what they ain't look. Sometimes you may have to copycat what the previous team did on your opponent and see what worked for them and implement that into your game. Like, that's all coaching, bro. I don't care what nobody says.
Does anybody know if the offensive coordinator at Jackson State, was that the wide receivers coach?
Yeah, that's the wide receivers coach. So the 2 previous offensive coordinators at Jackson State, one's the analyst at Colorado and one's the wide receivers coach. But hey, go ahead and give me your last comments. I'm gonna end this live. I'm gonna be back on live later on today. I got some things I gotta get knocked out right quick. But go ahead and give me your last opinions. I'm gonna start with Out of My Mind. Then I'm gonna go to Shine, then Old Man, Days to Come, Frankie, Pastor Day, and Big LT. I'm just going how I see you guys on the screen. So,
all right, I'll leave it like this. I don't think that we're delusional. I think for the most part, the people that be on the panel that's talking, I think they pretty much know football, and we're looking at things from a perspective. We know the personnel. We understand that that the team was just assembled, and it's going to take time for them to get on the same accord. But at the same time, we also know that coaching is also addressing these issues with their team. All we doing is waiting for it to come together, because once it come together, we believe they can win all the games just like any other team. It has nothing to do with being like delusional or super fans or any team that put it together, they can have a special season with the talent. And we have the talent. One last thing, like remember that they keep talking about the Nebraska game. Well, Miles Slusher was out there for the Nebraska game. I think I think Slusher was out there. No, he was out there for the TCU game. So Slusher was out there for the TCU game. You see how different the defense played. So this is something we got to take into account. And I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Yeah, y'all take it easy.
Appreciate you. Go to Sean.
Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about the stuff I already been talking about. I'm just gonna say we're gonna win this game this week. I'm confident. It may not be by a lot. I just want them to win. At the end of the day, moving forward, we just got to win. So we just have to have that mindset. I don't care if it's by a point and a half. Win more than your opponent. That's it. And thanks, Rob, man, for giving this platform because I've been trying to find something to, join to kind of vent to, because it's been kind of killing me just on what they've been doing. But I appreciate it.
Oh man, anytime, man, we come on at the same time every day, 11 o'clock Colorado time, because I'm in Colorado, 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Pacific. So, hey, we here every day, man. Don't be afraid to come back and join into the channel, man.
Sounds good. Peace.
Peace. Big LT. Big LT, you there? Days to come. Frankie. All right, Frankie not there. Go to Pastor. Pastor closes out.
Man,
Give us something good. Give us something good. Give
man,
us a word.
man. I give you a word. I'll tell you a word. All right, man. Well, I think, man, this thing is a little bit bigger than football. And man, it's just, man, I love your channel. Man, I love everything about it. I do believe that what happened last week was a little bit bigger than football because I think CP said it best. He said these guys might be believing. So I think they're gonna come away with this win. And 4-2, that makes a big difference going into that next game and going into the bye, man. So I think that has a lot to do with it, man. Appreciate your channel, brother.
Oh yeah, you can't leave without giving us a scripture, something, Pastor. Come on,
Oh,
man.
okay. Oh, you want a scripture for real, man? I'll tell you one thing, man. I'll tell you one. Power. He gives you the power and authority to trample on any snakes and scorpions, and nothing shall by any means harm you. In Luke, and what that means is, man, no matter how much people keep coming at you, man, you have a power and you have authority to trample on those things. So, man, somebody said earlier that everybody was coming against Coach Prime. Everybody's coming against. They're right. This is marked on everybody's game. But I think we have to realize that we do have some power. We do have some authority. And if they go out here and play their game, they're going to be in every single game, man. Use that power and authority you got, man, and let's go play ball. Let's trample on them things. And that
Yes,
goes
sir.
for everybody in life, man. Luke 10:19, man. All right,
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
be getting back on there. I gotta go back to work though now, man.
I
Y'all got me on
appreciate
this
you.
stuff all day long.
Yeah, I
All right,
appreciate
man.
you. All
Y'all
right,
be
love.
blessed.
And last but not least, I didn't
Yeah.
forget Artemis Tanisha.
I was like, I'm gonna let him know what I think about this later.
No, you always go last. I gotta say the best for last. So go
No,
ahead and bless us out.
I just want to say that no matter if we agree, disagree on this panel, on this forum, I think we need to make sure that we're respectful of each other. Like none of us are playing this game. We're all supporting this game. We're all watching this game. It is okay to disagree. It is also okay to allow somebody else's information to change your mind. And
Yes.
sometimes we get so focused on making our points and trying to prove that we're right and we're smarter and we're better fans and all that stuff. Sometimes it's okay to sit back and listen and let somebody else change your mind. That doesn't mean anything other than somebody else had a perspective you didn't think about. And so they changed your mind, and that's okay. I just don't want us personally attacking each other. I think that this forum is fun. I think it should remain a safe space. And I just want to make sure that we're all respectful of each other's opinions, even if we don't agree. And that's it. I just want us to make sure that we are always respectful of everybody who has the courage to come on and say their piece.
Correct. And to that point, right? It wouldn't be a show. If we didn't agree. Like everybody's not supposed to agree with everybody. There's supposed to be some pushback from some side. And so those you appreciate when the Law Dog comes on. You appreciate when a Darius, when Oregon week when he came on, right? because it gives you that pushback. It gives you some dialogue to talk about, right? We should better have a great conversation without, all the negative things and throwing names and all that stuff, right? We should better have a conversation. Me and Law Dog don't agree about a lot of things, but we talk offline, and there's some things we do agree upon. So it has to be some type of pushback. It has to be something that's going on. You need that crowd. You need somebody to push back, push the envelope. Play devil advocate. It ain't always everything is see you. Like sometimes you got to be able to understand and really break down and peel the onion back and start to see what's going on, what's the layers, what's really going on that we need to talk about. And I try to make sure that we bring it from every level and not make it all this player, that player, right? All right, well, let's start breaking it down position by position or changing the narrative of how we break it down. So I just appreciate everybody coming on to the channel. As always, I appreciate you, Miss Tanisha, for jumping on. As always, you're always amazing when you jump on and bring a different point of view to the show. And, if you got something negative to say, man,
Well,
hey,
if you
keep
got
it to
something
yourself.
to say, I'm deleting it straight up. And
Yeah.
I've stopped comments because y'all are attacking people for no reason. So just remember, when we're communicating, there's two sides of communication. You're speaking, and then you also are supposed to listen. And if you aren't listening, you're not communicating effectively. And I'm getting off here because I'm getting on my soapbox. Thanks.
Now you go. As always, man, it's been love, man. This is Rob the Man Media, baby. Back with another live, man. I will be live later on today, man. Pull up on me. We're going to talk some football. And let's keep it from going left, from going right, and let's keep it on the straight path, man. As always, nothing but love, peace, and joy to you guys, man. See you guys in the next one. Peace.